running here in the Four Corners Maiden. Right out to the lead is the Vault Legend Swamp Thing, followed by Good Gravy and Jackie Brown closely for third. Break of two, that's Mr. Mint Chestnut in fourth. Digging in, but it's all Pandora player with a half-length lead. Cheesy Hair is digging in, giving it all. She's got captain, but it's Cheesy Hair, and look out from the back. It's Bubba Kush at the wire, but not gonna get him. It's Pandora player over Bubba Kush and Cheesy Tortilla.
What's up, my fellow NFT collectors and horse racing fans? It's me, Mario, and it's my man Knowz for some Saturday night racing. What's up, Mo? How we doing tonight?
Yo, what up, Vault? What up, chat? Hope everybody's doing well, man. It's version 3, big week.
Version 3, this will be our first time streaming from version 3, so we can check out to see if there's any new differences in the races. I've been hearing that long shots have been winning more often, and now it's all real money racing. So I've been in 2 races so far, and those were yesterday, and I lost them both bad, and I thought maybe I'd do some racing tonight. But man, Mo, that's something I wanted to ask you about. What's up with my horses still being exhausted from yesterday? What's the recovery rate for version 3?
So it's going to be 24 hours exhausted till you can race again, and 24 hours of like recovery time. So basically 48 hours. But because they want to get as many racing tested done as they can, if a 2-year-old horse cannot be injured, so basically instead of having to wait for both sections of like the exhaustion and then the cool down, once the first one's over, you can race. So whatever it is, 24 hours. It's 24 or 12. I think it's 24.
Oh man, I don't know. I ran Swamp Thing yesterday, and he's still got another 24 hours before he's recovered.
Right, but they go from exhausted to recovered.
Oh, so 24 hours each. So 2 days.
Right, but in this testing, 2-year-olds can't get hurt. They made an update for that, just so we can race them without worrying about it. So basically, once the first phases of it is over, the 24 hours, you can run him while he's still got that second, exhaustion thing without worrying about getting injured. So.
You mean the recovering one instead of exhausted, so I can run him? I can run Swamp Thing now.
Yep, you can run him now. Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't want to run him. He's getting his butt kicked. I would have run underestimated. She came out pretty good with those stars, 2.5 stars all across the board. How have your horses been doing so far in version 3?
Well, again, I've been rushing to put myself into races that aren't ideal for me and my horses, and I've been getting my ass kicked. But then, I took some time and actually handicapped my last 2, whatever, and I hit the podium. So, if you're playing anything other than like the A+, restricted races, because they have grade restricted races now too, if that's going to be the case, then you're probably going to have a hard time going up against S horses, so.
Yeah, when it comes to going up against S horses, what I say is, nay. All right, we got, let's see how much time we got before our first race for Saturday night at the races. We got 4 minutes and 37 seconds. It's the Sunshine Handicap coming up first. I don't know, maybe I'll put my horse into a race tonight. Why not? Why not? What's up, Base Lab in the house? We got BD Hinders here. Yeah, I'm just horsing around right now. Just horsing around a little bit. All right. That's what I've been looking for, is a handicap race. I need to get my horses into handicap races because they're A-minuses. I guess maybe...
Well, no, see, that's the thing now. It doesn't have to be a handicap now. They have grade restricted. So you can look at allowance races, look at the requirements, or restrictions rather, and you'll see that anything over an A+ can't join. And those aren't in the handicaps. Like, the handicaps are completely different.
What are those called?
You gotta really... They'll find them in maidens. You'll find them in regular allowance races too. But just when you look at the restrictions, the requirements for the race, just look at the top. It'll tell you the highest grade available if it's one of those types of races.
Let's check this one out. It's the Tigert Valley Restricted Stakes. Less than 3 wins is the requirement on that. Let me see if there's any going on that are firm. No, they're all soft, so I probably won't race tonight. This one's only 100, and there's only 2 people in it, and it's a maiden. Maybe I'll get into this one. Probably get my butt kicked. What do y'all think? Only 1 star on firm, so if it rains, it ain't hurting me too bad. Let's do it. I'm ready to race tonight. All right, I'm putting my horse Swamp Thing. His name is Swamp Thing, so he should be able to run through some wet terrain. We're gonna try that. We're gonna give him a race tonight. That's at 8:30, I think, is when that race goes down. BD Hinder says this 613 race has some allowances for B plus and A, so I have a couple in that one. Yeah, I need to be looking for that kind of stuff. I'm waiting for my better horse. I named her Underestimated. Once she recovers, I'll be able to race her for sure. If I might have to put some more USDC or whatever it is in there. All right, let's check out the Sunshine Handicap. Let's see who's in this race. Might have to check it out. This horse is a little annoying. Let's change that up a little bit. All right, we got a 9 furlong race coming up. We got Cosmia from Hollywood Stables in the 1 spot. We got Princess Leia from Absolute Horsepower. I believe that stable might be in first place in the standings right now. Oh, we got Botanic from OEB Racing, 5 seasons from La Playa. We got Whoa Nelly, but I missed 5 seasons. No, I didn't. Whoa Nelly from Premier Stables. We got Surfing Bird from Big Brain Stables. Sacagawea from Tombstone Stables. And Lord Sidious from Darth Stables. That's a stable I haven't seen before. You can see all these horses have 1 race under their belts. Most of them came in 3rd or worst, except for this one right here, Surfing Bird with 1 win. That might be the horse to bet on right there. I haven't checked to see if I have the ability to bet on these races in Indiana, but I know that they did make an announcement that they updated some of the state's abilities to bet, because I don't know, they're going through the processes. Mo, do you know anything about that?
I do know they added some new countries and stuff. I don't know what the complete updated map was, but they have said too, if you just try to wager or try to join, it'll normally give you an error. But some people are having luck and they weren't even in the spot that was supposed to be gambling, so I don't really know.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, nice. Yeah. All right, cool, awesome. So yeah, I've been paying attention to it. I wish there was like a market that I could snipe and try to catch some good horses to up my stable. So right now I got 2 horses. We're gonna run Swamp Thing tonight. I got Underestimated over here, and these fleet figures are weird. 577. I saw one earlier from a horse that won that was like 135. But if you look into the fleet figures, it gives you like a full 70 here. What's the deal on the new fleet figures, Mo?
New fleet figures, they're showing the overall fleet time instead of having like the 3 numbers, averaged together like they used to. So they're giving you the overall fleet time in the circle on the left, and then the 1, 3, 5 or whatever is the horse position at that split in the race. So at the first call, he was in first. At the second call, he was in third. And the third call,
I didn't know that's what that was. That's exactly what I like. That's what I like to look at when I'm betting on horses in real life. So, okay, that's a new thing. All right, we'll have to
right, and taking it a step further. Sorry, just taking it a step further while I'm on that. If you own 5 or more of the PFPs and stake them down the road when it opens up, that's where you're going to get the actual more in-depth reports where it'll give you the actual time of that first place, the time of the 3rd place position. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to get more data if you have access to stuff like that.
Wow, yeah, I like that for sure. All right, it's time for our first race of Saturday night at the races, the Sunshine Handicap. Good luck if you're in it. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, degenerates of all ages, it's time for real money racing here on Saturday night at the races. Weren't even sure if we had a show tonight, but here we are, 8 in the gate. And they're off here in the Sunshine Handicap, and it's Cosmere from the inside along with 5 seasons in between, and Sacagawea on the outside, also Botanic down there looking on the left side with Princess Leia hugging the rail here, and Lord Sidious rounding out the top 6. As this field heads on past the wire for the first time in this 9 furlong left-turning affair on the dirt, or on the turf rather, I don't know what I'm talking about, it's been a while, but it's Cosmia. Cosmia is still leader here as they pass the wire. And now moving up for second, that's Botanic off the rail with 5 seasons as these 3 continue to run the cavalry around the track. Another break of 2, that's Sacagawea, just running with a ground-saving trip in 4th. Princess Leah's down at the rail, and Lord Sidious still in 6th. Only about 8 lengths to make up here from the leader, though, as half miles come and gone. 48 seconds. Cosmere still the one to catch. Botanic now start to fade here on the outside. And 5 seasons also looking to challenge here in the backstretch. Now it's a 3-horse, maybe a 4-horse race, but they're all chasing Cosmia. Cosmia starts to scoot away here. Now opens up by 2. And on the outside, 5 seasons. As 5 seasons and Sacagawea start to make a move in Botanic might have called it a day, and Princess Leia also looks to get going here, 3/4 and 112, and round around the far turn they go, and Cosmia by 4 now, 5 seasons on the outside as we cut the corner and head for home. It's Cosmia now by 2 with 5 seasons looking to challenge here on the outside. Princess Leia finding their best stride here with room if good enough, but into the final 100 it's going to be Cosmia, Princess Leia, and 5 seasons to the wire. It's going to be 5 seasons. 5 seasons over Princess Leia and Cosmia.
Shout out to La Playa Farms. Let's get the Saturday night at the races started off with a long shot, y'all. 15-1 long shot of the field was the winner in that race, and people have been talking about that in their Discord server. There's been more long shots hitting the board and winning races than version 3. And I know they said last time in version 2 they're like it wasn't very realistic because long shots never win, but then in version 3 they were like it's not very realistic because long shots win all the time. So I don't know, you can't please them either way, but same as any other platform. You got anything to say about the whole long shot winning on that one, Mo?
Well, I don't know if I'm responsible for this. Maybe I'm not. Maybe they're already doing it. But I had stated when people were crying in the first day, I said, well, maybe the devs will be nice. Maybe they'll run the race like 100 times or 1,000 times and like fill us in on what would happen, right? And what they found that would happen is like the horse Kevin that everyone was, saying should never win a race against certain horses, yada, yada, yada. I mean, the percentages weren't that crazy. I mean, again, in real life, real horse racing, favorites only win, 35% of the time. It's not a given. It's not a 50, 60% clip like it was in V1 and V2. Now, that being said, my investment is probably about 1% of some of the big dogs, right, in this project. So I understand why my opinion wouldn't have as much weight because I'm probably not as upset as other people, right? I'm probably the guy running the long shots that are going to beat the big guys. So right. I don't know. It's going to be we've seen it with Zed Run. We've seen it with other games. It's going to be a hard balance. Also, people that are like, well, we need free racing. Like I told some kid on Twitter the other day, you want free shit? Go play Fortnite. Like this is not a free economy game. This is a paid racing, full horse simulation. I told you guys this for months. The sooner we realize that, the better off we'll all be. But that's pretty much my take on the current state of the game.
Hey, he said if you want to play a free game, go get some Fortnite, y'all. I mean, got a point there. Zed Run's not free. You can't play that for free, can you? Not really.
Well, to a degree. Yeah. To a degree you can. But, did that really work out for them? Because everyone's just looking for free stuff and cheap races, right? Like, give us give us $1 races, give us $2 races, give us $5 races, give us $100 races, give us $1,000 races. Give something for everybody. I'll put like $5-10 in a week and run some $2 races here and there.
Yeah, if they have
probably not going to catch you running $100 entries,
Right.
So
Sure, and especially since B's and A's can win occasionally. I was looking at some of the results of some of the races, and I was seeing where some B's had won. There's going to be some B's and A's in this one, but there's an S here. I'm assuming the S is going to blow them all out of the park, but it's an allowance race. Let's check the requirements before we check the horses. Looks like it's probably going to be carrying some weight. Let's keep an eye on this one and see what it looks like. We got Flying Brave from OEB carrying 3 pounds as a B+, and then we got Honey Bee right behind it, B, not carrying any weight at all. Cash Maxi has 5 pounds as a A, and Ricky has 5 pounds as a S. That's wild right there. The A tier horse and the S tier horse carrying the same amount of weight. Chocolate Dipped B tier, no weight, double scoop. A lot of ice cream going on here. From Rivera Ranch is carrying 3 pounds. Tenor Verse from Big Brain, not carrying any weight. Granddaddy Perp, I think I've smoked that before from. It's got 5 pounds as an A tier. This field from Drop Stable, not carrying any weight. And then Masked Monocle, the A- is carrying 3 pounds. Kind of strange here that S tier horse is carrying the same amount of weight as the A tier horse. How did that happen, Mo?
How is that happening here?
I'm checking the allowances. I think it's just only if it's A or higher, it's going to be carrying 3 pounds. Graded less than an A, it's carrying 5 pounds. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to read that, because I don't see where the 5 pounds comes in.
Oh, we got the A, so grade less than A, 2 pounds. And finishes less than one win within the last 3 days. Neither one of these horses have wins.
So they get wait for that, or no? That they have to. That's a requirement to enter.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess because anything less than an A is going to be carrying 2 less pounds. So if you're an A or greater,
Uh-huh.
you're carrying 2 extra pounds, which is why. Okay, which is why the A and the S. Okay, I mean that makes
That's
sense.
why this S tier horse is about to crush the field. I think. All right, we'll find out. Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
All right. Horses are at the gate. It's post time. We got some bees running this race. Buzz. And they're off here in the Topeka allowance, and it's chocolate dipped. Chocolate dipped runs well from the inside, along with Honeybee. Then comes this field as these three run out in front of the pack, and it's Granddaddy Perp in fourth, followed by Ricky in fifth with 5 extra pounds. And comes Flying Brave here, rounding out your top six as they make their way out the chute and onto the main track in a 6 furlong affair, opening quarter in 23 and change. And it's chocolate dipped by 2, as this field and Granddaddy Perp are the closest thing chasing. And back on the inside, that's Ricky with a ground-saving trip hugging the rail. And Mass Monocle starts to advance from the back as well, down with Honeybee. And they got about 7 lengths to make up to catch this leader. Half mile in the books, 46 and change, and now it's Ricky. Ricky goes flying on by to take the lead. Off the turn, and we're heading for home, and it's Ricky by 3. This field is running from the back, but running out of room, and it's chocolate dipped, but this one is looking to be a walk in the park, and I think Walt might have called this one as it's Ricky. Ricky's going to win this one over this field and Mass Monocle.
Shout out to Soulmate Stables with the easy win there. We should have put some money on that race. We called that one. I knew that S tier was going to destroy everybody carrying the same weight as an A tier. Come on now. I had to put on my Naruto hair for this. I don't know anything about anime, so I don't know whose hair this is. So if I'm saying it, is it Goku? I don't know. Whoever's it is, that's what I'm wearing.
I think that's Dragon Ball Z, but I'm not really from that era either.
Yeah, all the same to me. Ricky gets the win. This field from Drop Stable gets second place. And we're off to the next race. I'm going to be running one of my horses tonight. I'd like to run my other horse. She's a little better. Let me see how much time she has left before she's going to get ran. Oh, another 12 hours. Yeah, that's not happening. Next weekend, though, she should be ready. This is a 4-week beta, version 3, and then we're going live, I suppose, right? Is that still the plan?
That is the plan.
I like it.
We'll see how this pans out.
Looks like, is this the next race? Man, I might have missed one. Let me check. Should be the next race. If so, it's in 11 minutes. I do want to check the leaderboard. Leaderboard has definitely switched up from this beta version from version 2. We got new leaders. We got a whole new type of game where it's real money only. Yeah, 11 minutes. Let's check out this leaderboard. Yeah, like I had mentioned
we got
earlier.
some
Go ahead.
some of these big barns are at the bottom and they're not too happy about it.
What do you mean?
Well, again, horses that were running certain ways, you know. I mean, I think people are jumping the gun. A lot of horses have ran one race or whatever, so there's really not much data. But yeah, I mean, a lot of big names, they were more towards the bottom. Their horses just getting beat down.
I wonder why. I mean, it's really close, the standings here. You can see absolute horsepower has a nice lead compared to the rest of the field, but you can see between 30 and 40,000, there's quite a bit there. Cheese Racing's in second. Balthazar Mangers is in third. Tombstone Stables in fourth. OEB in fifth. So there's a couple names up there, a couple stables in the top 5 that you don't usually see up there. But this is a whole new game now. This is real money racing only. So it's a whole new thing, y'all. I like the idea you guys had by letting anyone putting some money in a pool and trying to make enough to buy a horse to race for the stream. Yeah, I like that idea too. Let's take a look at Magic Eden. And I would say that we would need, I mean, are we trying to put together a stable and get a female horse? Or are we trying to find the best racer we can and get a male horse? How much are we thinking that we could spend? I'd say we could get maybe 10 people, 5 to 10 people together. We would get $100 to $200 horse. What do you think, Mo? What would be the best move if we were trying to get our money together and get a horse?
I don't know. I could probably see how many people you get that are even interested and see what the what people are comfortable putting in, and then basically
True.
I'd leave it up to a vote. Create like a DAO almost, and
Yeah, it's
see
hard
what
to
people
know how
think.
many people would be willing to do it, and it's also hard to know how much money people would be willing to put in, and then we'd have to go from there. So that's the first step. But I'm down to put in, I don't know, like 20 to 40, 20 to
Yeah,
50.
I'd be in for anything up to like $50.
Yeah, I can't go too hard on it, but I can go 20 to 50. That's not bad, right? 20 to 50. We had like what, even five people at $50 each. Now you're talking about $250. What grade do you think we could get with $250? An A plus?
I'd assume probably like an A minus or an A. I haven't really looked at Magic Eden market in a while. What's it even looking like?
Well, I got Racer's Edge pulled up, but it's a little bit harder to find what we were looking for, how we used to look at them. And I know you know how to do it. What do I have to push? Is it NFT owners to find out which horses are for sale? Yeah, I think I found it. I found it. Let's get in here and see which horses are for sale. All right, that did it right there. I mean, so how much is Solana worth right now?
Solana is
Dollars?
2102, so $21.
$21. You're talking about 150, so that's what, like 12. I said 200. I mean, like 250, like 15 Solana maybe. Let's see what that comes up to. More like 12 probably. I always get my cryptocurrency converter out. 15's a little high. Maybe 12. If we're spending like 12 Solana, that's $250 right there. Say we had 12 Solana. Ooh, we have to scroll down a little while. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got available for about 12 Solana. Solana's high. Thanu says my girlfriend's freaking out because she's a big fan of Harley Quinn. Yeah, no, Thanu, what had happened with Thanu is that him and his girlfriend both went for the drop on the DC comic drop on Thursday, but they both used the same credit card numbers, and his girlfriend was the second one to use it, so her account got blasted, and they're not giving it back. He already put in a support ticket. They were like, no, which is kind of weak. So
What
yeah,
on for DC
yeah,
for Palm?
DC Palm for using the same credit card on the same account
Same credit card on different accounts?
on different accounts. Exactly. Sorry, I'm trying to read Racer's Edge at the same time here. It's complicated
All right,
stuff.
to make sure.
You got it.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. Man, this filly right here for 20 souls looking pretty good with 3 matches on start and stamina. That's probably doesn't go well together, start and stamina. And it's an A tier. You got A tier colts over here. This one's got. We're looking for stuff with a lot of 3s here. If you look up here at this horse right here, it's like an A plus, which seems pretty good, but it's only 19 Solana because it don't have very many matches. You need those matches to get those bonuses. And I'm not joking around. I'm being serious, even though I'm got the Joker face on. Let's see. But I would almost want to go with a filly just so you could breed it.
Well, I think that would be the best thing because if somehow put a DAO together, get a filly, I'm sure we'll get some people in the community that might have some higher tier horses that might want to help a group out. You know what I'm saying, to promote the game, yada yada yada. So there could be opportunities there if we had a filly for sure.
Yeah, I saw that one filly for 20 that didn't look bad. This one for 18 does look bad. I would not buy that for 18 with no matches. Keeping my eye out for good fillies here, y'all. No, don't like that one either. I mean, this one that's pretty expensive, 38. All right, we're looking. Who all in the chat is willing? I don't see a whole lot of willing people in the chat. I'll be honest. I saw one person whose idea it was, and they said they do that at Space Lab, but I don't see anybody else talking about they want to go in on this horse with us. Let's see, we got a colt here for 8. That's cheap. You can buy that colt for like 50 cents. What's $860? Nah, that's pretty expensive. It's got some nice matches too. That's not bad. It's an A minus though. We got a colt here for 11. I'm looking for fillies though. Man, the fillies are hard to get. The fillies are expensive because that's how you build your stable. This one for 25 is not horrible with 3 matches, but it's got 2 zeros. Make a new wallet. We'll send you 2 Solana. BD Henders is in. All right, we got to figure out, what horse we're getting, who all's in it, and all that before we start sending out wallets. So this A tier filly's only 13. How's this one looking? Ooh, what do you think about this one, Mo? I'll keep my eye on the clock. 5 minutes.
I'm a little behind you on the stream, just waiting. Okay.
So we got a dirt. Well, it says dirt and firm. I don't really know what that means, but it's got 2 2s, 3 1s. It's an A tier, so it's not A. It's 10.5 on the boost. See the boost here, y'all? That's important. I don't know. Maybe that's not that great, but it's only 13. It's cheap. A cheap horsey. That's like 250.
What's the preferences on it? What was it? Two
Ooh,
and a half, three, three?
I lost it. Let me go back. It was this one right here. Preferences. How do I see that? Right Dirt Farm, RDF.
Yeah, one of the more common breeds here. Yeah, that's what Crypto McPoopy Pants is saying. Got 47 siblings on that horse.
What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means
What?
literally, but what
A
does
lot
that
of
mean?
a lot of similar horses, I guess.
Will it have some
Usually
breeding
you'll find
partners?
with the horses that have like less siblings typically will be better, but I mean there's an argument to be stated against both. Um,
Gotcha. That makes sense. This coat looks really good, but it's a coat. Looks really good for the price, 13. We got 4 minutes before the next race. We're gonna go and check it out and see who all are in here. I'm just checking to see if there's any fillies that it would even be worth going after. This one's 18, and it has 18 boosts compared to this one right here, which is 16 and only has 5.5 boosts. So you definitely want to pay attention to that if you're out here looking for horses to buy. 15.5 boosts for this B plus coat for only 12. All right, here's a filly. It's got 16 boosts, 15. I don't know, Mo. What do you think, Mo? What do you think? It's kind of hard to find a good deal on those. All the fillies is gone.
yeah, I mean people might think we're still early, but not as early as you might want to be.
Good point.
I mean it's good. Like I said, what I would think is we get a group, try to figure out who's it going to be, who's even interested. Sounds like we have maybe three, four, maybe five at this point. It's hard to tell because I'm sure if you threw something in Discord and the photo finish,
True, true. And tweeted about it and
probably
stuff.
get,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, probably get, better idea with that. I think most people expect us to be alive right now.
True.
But yeah, I mean, we take it from there, and then, maybe we can reach out to somebody that's looking to unload a ticket. Maybe we get something that's not even on the market right now. We
Oh
could look
yeah,
at something
true.
like that.
Talk to some people in the Discord to get a good deal on something. Crypto McPoopy Pants explained it to us that more siblings means less breeding options. Now that makes sense because when
It's
you're trying
true.
to breed,
Yeah.
they're all gonna be inbreds, and that was a problem I was having with my horses in version 2. BD Hinder says you can click on the boost and sort from high to low. We might have to do that if we go back in there and check again to see which horse is the best deal. All right, we got the next race starting in 2 minutes, y'all. It's the Golden Gate Allowance 8 furlong race. We got some S. Oh, why is there so many good horses in this race? Because it was really cheap to enter too. Let's see what the requirements were. I guess has something to do with that. All right, let's check them out. I don't see any of these horses carrying any weight either. Interesting. All right, 2 minutes. We got Chain Charger from Z Tables. That's a new stable I haven't seen before. Space Oddity from Grape Syndicate. Truth Spitter from Mick Wacky Racer. Shout out to Crypto McPoopy Pants. That's his horse. We got Layatuna from Blue Elder Racing. Oahu from La Playa Farms. Meep from La Playa Farms. Along for the win with from Metaphor Farms. Kitty's Back from Secretariat Stables, and then Norbert Fisherman. What a name, from Big Brain Stables. All these horses have raced in one race. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who wins this with all the S's and S minuses. But I'm curious as to why there are so many S and S minuses, no A's or B pluses. If there's a particular reason, because I wouldn't have known not to put my A minus horse into this race.
Well, I think again that the more people that are starting to race and pay attention when they get their ass kicked, um, people are starting to look again for that restriction of like A plus as like the highest grade. You know what I'm saying? Or B plus is the highest grade for the B horses, right? So we're gonna start to see the Saratogas of the world being formed. We're gonna start to see the Delta Downs being formed, right? Different tracks, different types of races going on, and hopefully it'll reflect in how much money people are racing for too. So. But for this race in particular, if you look at, you said nobody's carrying weight. They've all earned less than 10K. They've all had less than one win in the past 3 days and less than one win in the past week. So therefore, they're all allowed to shed 5 pounds. That's why nobody's carrying weight, in case you were wondering.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit new in this version 3, so it's gonna take me a while to get used to all the new requirements and allowances that they have set up
Yep.
and be able to take advantage of them. And I do want to go back to Racer's Edge and sort by boosts and click on grades and see if we can find any good deals that way, because I want to do it the way the professionals do it, so that anybody else that might be looking for horses know how to do it. All right, let's get this Golden Gate allowance started. Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
last day, but we're gonna race them anyway. Because that's what we do here on Saturday night at the races. Nine-horse field online. And away they go here in the Golden Gate. And it's Kitty's back. Kitty's back, breaks to the lead along with Norbert Fisherman on the outside. And down the rail there comes Space Oddity as these three start to scoot away early. Back and forth, that's Truth Spitter, followed by Chain Charger down at the rail. And Oahu. Oahu sits here and rounds out the leaderboard as this field heads around the opening turn in this 8 furlong right turning affair on the dirt. Opening quarter, 23 and change, quick pace, and Kitty's back. Kitty's back has got the better of it so far. And a break of 2, it's Space Oddity, who starts to fall back here and just stalks the pace. And on the outside, that's Norbert Fisherman, who runs up in the second with Liatuna. Liatuna now back from the back of the pack and shows up here in 4th, followed by Meep in 5th in the Black Silks. Then in 6th, it's still Oahu. No change there as we head our way back to the front here, half mile and 48 and change. Pace has slowed down here just a little bit as Kitty back looks to take him wire to wire here. But he's got about 3 furlongs left to go as we head into the turn, and it's Kitty's back by 2 with Norbert Fisherman still chasing. And a break of 3, that's Oahu, starts to find some stride here off the turn, and it's Liatuna, and here we go. As we make our way up the turn, they shake him up and head for home. It's Norbert Fisherman now with the lead, but look out, down the center of the track is Liatuna. Liatuna's going to take it over Norbert Fisherman. Oahu with one last surge, but it's not going to be enough, as Liatuna is going to bring this one with a perfectly timed move over Oahu and Chain Charger.
Shout out to Blue Elder Racing, gets the win with Liatuna with, like Mo said, a perfectly timed run there at the end. Yeah, I've been working on this all my life. I mean, it takes a lot not only to grow it this long, but also to style it this way. I'm very proud of my beard, thank you. I'm living vicariously through my filters right now. Like that mustache I had, that mustache was so tough. I wish I could grow a mustache like that. I most definitely would. I don't understand why people who can grow mustaches like that haven't already. Mo, can you grow a mustache? Do you have any facial hair?
It takes me like, I can grow a mustache in like 6 or 7 weeks, maybe 2 months.
Well, that's not bad. I can't. I mean, I guess I can, but it's blonde, so you can't see it, so it don't even count.
No, I barely grow facial hair. It takes a while.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it myself. All right, guys, we got a sprint coming up next. We got the historic Triangle Maiden Race coming up in 4 minutes. There's going to be some A's and some B's and a couple S minuses in this race. 4 furlongs. Let's see how long before my horse races. I think it was like an 8:30 race. I would like to be able to see which other horses are in it to see if I even have a chance. But it's not full yet. Races, tonight at 8:45, one of the last races. I'm gonna try to race tonight. I'm probably gonna have to enter some more money because so far I'm 0 for 2. Might be 0 for 3 after this one. No marketplace this time, y'all. So I mean, it is basically only the horses racing that people actually own NFTs for, right, Mo? No breeding or nothing. So every horse that's racing lives on the blockchain. Is that correct?
Correctamundo.
Ooh, nice. And let me know if this is correct. Looking at the horses that I have already, I saw where Swamp Thing came out with 2 stars on the right, 3 stars turf, 1 star firm, and Underestimated came out with 2.5 stars on all of the preferences. Now, when version 3 is over and we go live, and these horses get reset, will they have the exact same stars on their preferences, or will it be different?
So I've been trying to get clarification on this. I don't really know. From what I understand, these horses were going to be rolled, and this was our forever horse, which is why they're never going to allow us to retire it because they don't want us to see the stats and get an advantage, you know what I'm saying, when the game goes live. So these horses aren't going to age. This is my understanding. Maybe somebody can correct me. The horses aren't going to age. They're going to stay 2 years old. These are forever horses, and the stats will not re-roll. And then when the game goes live, the timer will just start ticking from 2 to 3 years old. That is how I understand it.
Well, all right, cool. I like that because I'm glad that my filly came out really well in the preferences, so I can breed that up and try to keep those stars. So I'm happy to hear about that. I'm not so happy with Swamp Thing. He's probably not going to get a whole lot of wins. He might end up getting retired early, but underestimated. I wonder, will we be able to rename him, you think?
I hope so because I thought we would originally, and I just kind of threw some names in there that I wasn't 100% on.
Same
So
here.
if that's the case, I'm gonna be
I mean, I'm not
a little
too upset with
irritated.
it. My underestimated name, that's a horse that I ran in that Stable King game I used to play back in the day, and I was just looking for. It's hard for me to find girl names. I got plenty of boy names. I'm looking for fierce stuff, Marvel characters or monsters and stuff like that to scare the competition. But when you got the girls, I don't know what to name my girl horse. I was trying to name it Rainbow Sprinkles, but I think it was too long. It was tough. It's a tough one. That was one of my Zed Run horses, Rainbow Sprinkles. Does not strike fear into the heart of the opponents, but at least the horse doesn't have an ugly name. All right, let's check out this historic Triangle Maiden race 4 furlong sprint that's about to go down in 1 minute. We got Poor Life Choices from Balthazar Mangers, Cartoon from New York Digital Racing. We got a Fart Cannon from the Fart Champion, my new favorite stable. We got Rockaway from Gaucho's Azathoth from Big Brain Stables, Catching Fire from Sundown Stable, Sinister from Revere Ranch, Aviator Cowboy from Del Viosa Racing, and Lost in Big Band from Balthazar Mangers. That's your field. 9 horses in this race, 4 furlongs, so it's going to go quick. Yeah, Rainbow Sprinkles. See, that's the thing with Rainbow Sprinkles was the guy said that he let his daughter name the Zed Run horse, and then he couldn't sell it because of the name, and the name was so bad. And it was a Finny, so it was actually a really good horse. This is like really early on, too, when I was playing. So I actually traded a Todd McFarlane Batman for that horse back when the Todd was worth about $500. I kind of regret that move. BD Hinder says, me too, 4 weeks, and I was just like, whatever, man. Whatever name popped in my head, yeah, that's how. I was trying to think of a good name, and then I gave up, and it was just like the first thing I can think of now. All right, guys, it's time for this maiden race. Good luck if you're in it. We need a chat winner tonight.
Does Chat even own any horses? Chat, raise your hand if you own a horse. Alrighty. We are back, Jack. It's gonna be huge. Huge race. 4 furlongs. Here we go. And they're off here in the historic triangle. And is Lost in the Big Bend from the outside, who breaks well, along with Azathoth down there in between horses. And Aviator Cowboy also looks good here as they round out the top trio. And break 2, that's Fart Cannon with Rockaway in between horses and Cartoon down at the rail. As these 5 or 6 now are going to challenge away around the first turn and the only turn in this 4 furlong affair. And it's Rockaway. Rockaway is looking to rock the field as he's now quick clear by 4. Oh boy, he might fly over the rail. Stay on the horse there, buddy. But it's Rockaway by 5 now into the final 100. But Lost in the Big Bend, all they can do is watch in admiration as Rockaway is going to take this one. Holy crap, is that horse for sale? Over Lost in Big Bend and Fart Cannon.
Big win for Gaucho's stable with Rockaway in the 4 furlong. Let's go. This is my Mo filter. This is what I picture. I don't know what Mo looks like. He's a skeleton, so I have no idea. But this is what I picture Mo looks like right here. I don't know if it's right. Rockaway gets the win from Gaucho's, and Balthazar Mangers takes second place. Is this pretty close? You got that ZZ Top look going on, or no?
Nah, basically just picture Eminem and 8 Mile, and if I wear the hoodie and the beanie, it's pretty much identical. I'm slim as hell.
I'm gonna have to find me an Eminem filter. There you go. Yeah, I like it. My nickname actually in college was Slim Shady, just because I was a freshman. I had a shirt that said, "Hi, my name is Slim Shady," and I would go to keg parties. And people would be like, "That's the Slim Shady guy." And then for like 4 years straight, I was called Slim Shady at every party I went to, which was fine.
No, people always said I look like Slim Shady and sound like Howard Stern, so it's a interesting combo.
He does sound like Howard Stern. Are you related to Howard Stern? You sound just like him.
Hey now, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Hey now.
Are you disguising your voice? Because it sounds just like you regular, bro. I don't know what's happening. All right.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But if I do like Howard catchphrase, I know. Nah, it's just, I mean, that's one of my biggest inspirations as to why I was even going to do like radio stuff growing up.
That's awesome. So as a guy who's into the radio stuff and the voices, do you remember one of my favorites, the guy that they found in Ohio that was a homeless guy and he had like the beautiful voice and then he got hired by the Cavaliers and all that?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought that was an awesome story. And he did have a crazy, wild voice. Oh, I'm sure he's still working for the Cavaliers. All right, guys, let's check out the next race coming up in 4 minutes. It's the Rancher Handicap. If you're a rancher and you're handicapped, this is the race for you. All right, we got.
I sent you a DM too, real quick. I sent you a DM as to the reason why I hope they don't re-roll it. If you want to pull that up, maybe take a look at 4 minutes.
Oh,
The way Rainmaker came out, dude, is freaking beautiful, man. And if I lose the colors on this, it's gonna be sad.
so it's not even the stats that you're worried about. It's the look of your horse.
Well, you know, uh,
He looks
and
good. I'm
Rainmaker
not gonna
actually
lie.
typically does run well anyway. But I think I put him in the wrong race.
It seems
But yeah,
like
the color on this color on this horse, I really like it.
all the horses are really shiny this time.
I was talking about the two-tone.
Yeah, I
Like
see
I
that.
haven't seen many horses with the like the white, the gray or white underneath, and
You got
then
the cow pattern. You should call him. You gave him a cow name. But yeah, that looks great. Mo's checking out his horse, but they're saying that they're not going to re-roll him at the end of the season, so he should stay the same. That's why they're not going to age, so that makes sense. I think mine turned out pretty cool too. Swamp Thing looks cool. The other horse doesn't look so cool, but she has great stats. All right, the number one horse in today's race, and this is a handicap, so we're going to check the weight on these. Hamster Will, the A tier from RVA, is carrying 1 pound. We got 33 from Let It Ride Racing, Paris from VT Hokey. Elsa's in the house. Shout out to the Golden Moment. We got Photo Finish Live in the chat. What's up, Photo Finish Live? Oh, that's my ZZ Top look. We're chilling tonight. We got the ZZ Top here. I'm switching up every couple of minutes. Let's see. We got Elsa from Golden Boot Stables. Mulan. There's a whole lot of Disney characters in this race. Mulan from Golden Boot Stables. Kalibo. I don't know if that's a Disney character from La Playa Farms. You got Lord Vader. That's technically a Disney character from Darth Stables. You got Bit Blaze from Z Tables. And Particle Flex from Big Brain Stables rounding out the field. 9 horses, 10 furlongs, so a little bit of a distance race, and I'm low on coffee, so when this race begins, I'm probably gonna go fill up my coffee mug while Mo calls the race. Lagrange on
that's
the
right.
stream. What's Lagrange? Is that like Lagrange, Kentucky? Because I look like I'm from Kentucky. I look like I'm about to go out to the club on a Saturday night in Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, Alejandro in the house? Let's go. I don't know if
Isn't Lagrange
Alejandro's
a
listening.
ZZ Top song?
I probably know like one ZZ Top. So if you told me a few of them,
Pretty
I
sure
would know.
Lagrange is a ZZ Top song. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm pretty sure that was a song that was on Guitar Hero that I played.
The one thing I just found out the other day about ZZ Top that I never knew is, did you know they're in Back to the Future 3? That's the band that's playing at that old timey festival they're having. That was ZZ Top.
Was
Told
it
ya.
really? I tend to block that movie out of my mind. I try to pretend it doesn't exist.
What? I mean, I know there's a lot of bad third parts of trilogies out there, and Back to the Future was not as good as Part 1 and Part 2, but come on, it was not bad.
In today's standards, it was amazing. Would have won Academy Awards, but yeah, I don't know. To me, it's always about 1 and 2. I love those two. And I didn't know they recorded 2 and 3 at the same time. That was news to me.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize there was ZZ Top in there. It's kind of cool. BD Hunter says the spots are rare in Beta 2. The only sire I got a lot of the breeds was the mask looking one. Yeah, I like the ones with the masks a lot. Thought you guys were music aficionados. I mean, not ZZ Top. I mean, you got to be a little. Oh, Mo might know. I'm not that old.
I
I'm
did
more of
know
a.
that. I said I'm
Yeah,
lit. All right, I'm lit
he's
into
lit.
shit. I'm just chilling out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pull things from memory.
Did they
ZZ
sing
Top.
Fat Bottom Girls make the rock and world go round?
No, that's Queen.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm not into the rock and roll too much, but I do enjoy it, and I don't mind sporting that ZZ Top beard for tonight, for a little bit anyway. We're about to switch it up after I get back from getting this coffee, and we start getting this race going. Mo, I don't know. I think your calls have been right on time. I'm not using the main page like I usually do because it's not loading up. I'm using the regular page, so we're just going to keep it going with that and see if that works out for tonight. Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
Hey, whatever's working. Keep in mind, I do go back and watch the stream and I review everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the track, Jack. Horses are at the gate. And they're off up here in the Rancher Handicap, and it's Paris from down at the rail. Paris shoots out well to the lead, and back it's Particle Flex on the outside with Hamster Wheel down at the rail. Mulan also breaks well here from between horses. Then comes Elsa, followed by 33, rounding out the top six here as they head out to shoot onto the main track in this 10-furlong right-turning affair on the dirt. Everybody wave to your current leader. It's Paris in the blue silks. Heading away here as they pass the wire for the first time, opening quarter in 24 and change. And now it's Paris who starts to sneak away here in the early going, leads away by 4. And on the outside, that's still Particle Flex running about 5 pads out on the rail with Hamster Wheel tucked in tight. And it's Mulan who's moving up from 4th, and Kalibo now in 5th with Bit Blaze in 5th with Kalibo fading a little bit here, rounding out in 6th as we make our way onto the backstretch. And it's Particle Flex now. Particle Flex wants their lead, and they got it. As Particle Flex now passes Paris, and Hamster Wheel does as well and pulls off the rail now and has their sights set on the new leader, and that's Particle Flex. So now it's Particle Flex over 2 by Hamster Wheel, and Paris down at the rail as these 3 continue to trot. And then it's Bit Blaze on the extreme outside, but might have already lost his wind as Lord Vader starts to get going here. Lord Vader and Elsa make a Mulan as they head around the far turn, and it's Particle Flex, not much change in there, over a 2-length lead over Hamster Wheel. And here we go now as they get ready to shake them up and head for home. It's Particle Flex and Paris now. Paris has found a second wind and looks to find room up the rail. But it's Particle Flex battles back for the lead, and it's Elsa down the center of the track. About 200 meters to go now. It's Elsa by 2. Paris down at the rail with Particle Flex chasing. But all they could do is watch as the golden moment shines yet again. And it's Elsa over Particle Flex and Paris.
Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas for Elsa. She gets the win there. I think I'm a little bit behind on the stream this time. I thought we were going to be right on time. Right when I said something, here we are. But it was Golden Boot Stables who got the win. There we go. Yeah, I'll try it from the main page this time to see if we're not behind on it. Elsa gets the win. One of my favorite golden moments. One of my favorite NFTs. Beauty Hunter says, we were all saying we picked hastily since it was only 4 weeks. What are y'all talking about? Let me go back here. We had a question on whether there's a re-roll. Oh, yeah. Or these are our final horses. You'll have to rename. Ooh, I'm glad we get to rename them. Nice. So I got like 4 weeks to come up with a good name for my horse. Hopefully the stats don't change on it, though, because she's looking good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Ian. I don't know who that is on the account, if it's Ian or not. But yeah, so when I think it was Ian or the main account tweeted that meet your forever horse. So are we going to get the same markings and the stats? Is that going to stay the same? We're just going to rename? How's that going to work?
Yeah, Photo I would love to keep live in the chat. If you're still in the chat, Mo has a big question about the re-roll after the end of version 3 because he likes the way his horse looks. His horse is purdy, and he don't want it to change. He wants it to be the way it looks now. Will they change colors? You said we get to rename them, and their stats won't change. Question is, will their skins change the way they look? I'm not digging this Christmas one. It is not even close to Christmas. Let me go back to the horse one. Nay. All right, we got the love song allowance coming up next, y'all. Let's get it pulled up here. We'll see if see what they say to Mo about that. And before we get into which horses are in this race, Mo, give us a little bit of information about how it's been going for you on your horses so far. Like, what's your record? Have you won any races yet? Have you gotten how many seconds have you gotten? How many races have you entered?
Yeah, second and a third. I've entered pretty much one race with all my horses, 2 races on another. Not gonna lie, I just wanted to run. You know, I did what I tell everybody not to do. I just entered a race that I was like, you know what? If he catches us off track, let me see how he runs. You know, but I don't think I caught a preferred track on any of my horses. So, I mean, I feel good about that. Like I said, one of my horses had a really nice close. Probably should have ran it a longer distance. Hit the podium on that one. And another one I ran was a beautiful run. I think it was Moana. And if I would have ran 6 furlongs, would have been probably went wire to wire. It was a beautiful race.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that race with Moana. She had a big lead in the beginning and then fell off at the end, so you might have found the right distance to run her at. Oh, Ian is in the chat, and we did have a question for Ian. The question was coming from Mo because Mo's horse looks really cool. He likes the two-tone of it. It's got like black and white fur, and he knows that you can change your name after beta version 3 is over, and he knows that the stats won't change. The question is, will the look of the horse change whenever the horses get reset? Will he end up possibly having a plain old brown horse with nothing cool, or is he gonna get to stick with that? I kind of hope they change. I need a horse with a mask. How can I get one of those? What if you can like breed that? I'll check on that. Don't know. That should be interesting. I wonder if people will even try to breed like certain skins, go through the breeding the studs and try to find horses like with masks or two tones and just try to breed that into their horses. And is it completely random, or will you have a good chance of breeding a horse that matches that skin if you do that, Mo?
Well, I'm pretty sure the genetics will kick down the skin. I think there's like a small, pretty sure there's an article about this, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken. It's a small percentage for like a gene mutation, but primarily it's going to hand down either, one of the skins from the parent, the dominant gene, I think would be the father, I believe, or you can get that two-tone if it mixes. I'm not
huh.
100%, but
There's apparently a Medium article about it. We have to check it out. Ian says our coat collar genetics are insanely accurate to real life. Ooh, I like that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a simulator game, so a lot of stuff is like that. You do get a decent chance to get the mask. I have some breeds that did. Ooh, I need one of those. So you can absolutely breed into coats. Ooh, yeah, people will definitely do that. Mo's just worried about his coat right now, so you know people are going to care. They followed a real life white paper. That's pretty awesome. I like to hear it. All right, we got 20 seconds before this next race starts. It's a 6 furlong race. Looks like we got 8 horses in this race. If you're in it, good luck. Here we go.
All right, I thought I was getting rugged there for a moment, but here we go. Beautiful, crispy night here at the track. All right, here we go. Horses 8 in the gate. Watch out for that tree branch. Oh, the one had the duck there as they head out. But it's Wall Street who got the better of it here in front of Monalot. And Monalot runs with Spider from Mars down at the rail, followed by Mystic Knight. And comes Leather Rebel in the black silks with Speedy Pablo, rounding out the top 6 here as they head out to shoot and onto the main track. And the 6 furlong left turning affair on the dirt. And we make our way opening quarter in the books. It's 23 and change. And it's a Mona Lot is the one to catch here. She opens up by 2 over Spider from Mars. And it's another break of 3 to the trio of Speedy Pablo, Mystic Knight, and Wall Street. As these 3 are shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, followed by Tweedledee now, who starts to advance from the back of the pack, as does Mystic Knight. But as we make our way around the first and only turn, half miles come and gone, and they only got to catch Monalot, but Monalot is starting to pull away as we move into the final 200 meters, and it's Speedy Pablo who pulls off the rail and goes right on by. Breaking a sweat, it's Speedy Pablo now, and it's only one more 100 meters to go, but it's Speedy Pablo to the wire with Monalot, and it's going to be Speedy Pablo going to take this one over Monalot and Big Slick.
Nice, exciting race right there. I thought that Big Slick horse was going to come in at the end and take the lead there. Metaphor Farms Stables gets the win with Speedy Pablo, y'all. Congratulations to Speedy Pablo. I don't know why it's so blurry trying to use all these all these crispy skins. Oh no. I was talking about that crispy call. So you can absolutely get breeded to coach, y'all. So if you like, if you're looking for horses that look a certain way, whenever you're breeding, go into the stud farm and look at each horse until you find one that looks like something you might be interested in running or having in your stable. This next race coming up, it's got 12 horses in it. It's a packed field. Looks like we got some more races. I'm checking to see if these races are getting filled up. That grade 1's got 4 horses in it. I'm wondering how much grade 1's cost to enter too. 3.5K. So what is the exchange on the Derby? Mo, is 134 Derby? Is that like $1.34?
No, it's $1 for 80 Derby.
$1 for 80 Derby? Is that what you said?
80 Derby, yeah, sorry.
Ew, that's gonna make math hard, but okay. Gotcha. Right on. Sure. All right, let's check out the next race. Starts in 8 minutes and oh no, I think we might have it like 18 minutes. Let me get my clock pulled up. I might need a
Yeah, it's the
refresh.
only gap that we really had
All right, cool,
in the
cool.
night.
Yeah, I got a race tonight. I'm running on a race that's 100% chance of raining, and my horse is a firm horse. But I just wanted to race tonight. Honestly, it was a cheap race to enter. It's only like $1 or $2 to get into
Oh, I
it.
put somebody in against you just so we can have a little showdown here on Saturday night at the races.
My horse is an A minus. He ain't winning nothing. My other horse, the A minus, might win something, but the stats are not looking good. I don't like how this filter is so blurry. Let me try something a little different. There you go. It's a little spooky, but at least it's not all blurry. All right, Mo, what else have you been hearing from the Discord server over at Photo Finish Live over the last week since they started up the new beta?
Things have been energetic to say the least. I think there's again, when you see big numbers and long shots running, on day one, it really does raise the question of like, is it bad math or is it just, the math struck that day, right? And the team did kind of run those numbers, and I feel like could put some minds at ease. I feel like it did. Again, we need more data. You have to let this stuff play out for like at least a week or two. Let's get 4 or 5 races, per horse and see where we see what we look like. But yeah, I don't know. I think some people might have just been jumping the gun a bit too much on whether their horses are really good or really bad. I just could take some time to let it play out, and we'll see. Joel Embiid saying, "Trust the process."
Oh, brother, Joel Embiid, not a fan. My kid thinks he's a
No, I'm
great,
just saying,
not a
but it
fan.
is true. Like, when there is a system, there is a process. I mean, you've spoken about this, and most people don't like to hear it. But this is not a free to play game. This is bring your money. Let's create an ecosystem and really make it work. So I think that the quicker people realize that, the better. That being said, though, we do need cheap races while we're testing. I'm only going to join races that are like 70, 100 Derby, maybe 200 Derby tops. I don't have money like that. If other people do, good for them. Maybe you can send us some Solana. I'll gamble it all day. But I don't personally have that much money to be putting into races right now. But I would like to get data. So I'll run cheap races. And I would envision a lot of people would be the same way. So as long as cheap races exist on a consistent basis, I think we'll get enough data.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, and I did what they were telling me in the chat to go to the Racer's Edge and sort by boost to see the horses that have the most boost and compare those prices, and you can find a lot of good deals this way. You can see where these have 26 boosts because it has 3 all across here and a 2 here. What I don't see though is any S minuses or S's. I don't know if that means there's not any for sale or that none of those have a lot of boost. I'm surprised that there aren't any. There's an S minus right there. How come whenever I look at the total boosts, the first 2 pages, there's only one S minus, no S's and no S pluses, or no S's, S minus?
Well, you could remove the filter for sale only,
Oh, I
and you
hear
can
you.
see
Well, that's what I'm
exactly.
saying. So there's nobody selling those, or I would think they would be for sale. They're just super expensive. Shout out to Gritty Ones in the chat.
I mean, we've had some big horse sales, man, even recently. So I mean, I feel like we're not going to see that many great horses on the market right now. If anything, maybe towards the end of this, before we go live, if people really, lose hope in that horse, for any reason, I don't know. I don't think now would be the time we'd see it. Everyone's gonna be racing it, not selling it. Well, they should be anyway.
Right. All right. So if I'm looking at to buy one of these fillies, and I'm looking at price, and I'm looking at boosts, and I know boosts is important. How important is the grade for the ticket?
What, like the B minus, A like that?
Yeah, like you got a B minus here. It's got 24 boosts though, and it's 30 Solana. I mean, but it's a B minus. You wouldn't think anybody would pay 30 Solana for a B minus, but it has 24 boosts. I don't know how bad is it that it has a B minus? Is that somebody who's buying that in hopes of breeding that up and keeping those stars, hoping to get a bunch of stars on their preferences and breeding it up from B minus all the way up from there? I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, up until version 3, that horse had zero use, to be honest. But now that horse actually can be very, very useful. That horse could, with that amount of boost, that horse could probably run pretty decently in like B plus restricted races. That horse could probably also breed decent horses that will also run in like the B plus restricted races. And then, yeah, could probably even potentially breed it up with that many boosts, depending on where the boosts go. You could potentially breed that up into, yeah, maybe like an A or an A plus at some point.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a cheap horse, you want to pick up a horse for cheap. Here's these coats here. They're B minuses, but they're only 6 Solana and 11 Solana, but they got 23 boosts apiece, so they're gonna have really high preferences. So when you're running into those handicap races like Mo's talking about, of course they're coats, so you can't breed them or anything. But I mean, if you're paying 6 Solana, that's 120 bucks. I don't know. You think you can make your money off of some B minus horses if they have really nice preferences, Mo?
If the schedule, the way the schedule is being designed, if it stays the way it is, absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're good at picking out the races that are handicapped, the best races to get into. Looks like they finally closed up the race that I got into. We got an S minus in here, though. Oh, this horse is going to destroy me. It's a soft horse, too. I got no chance whatsoever, but let's check it out. Mo's got a horse in here. Mo's got Uncle Knowz. It's also a soft horse. I got the only firm horse in here. Ankara is Big Brain Stables. Buffy is Miami Nation. That's my horse Swamp Thing. And then Queen of Green from Mick Wacky is in this one too. I do expect to get last place on this one. If I get fourth place, I think that's going to be a win for me. That one's going to be tonight around 8:45.
I'll be taking last because Uncle Knowz is actually a 10 furlong, 11 furlong horse. I just wanted to get him in a race. So.
I don't even know what the best distance is for my horse. He'll probably get his butt kicked. We'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe. You never know.
Well, it used to be 10 or 11. And again, the preferences aren't going to change that much. It's not like you're going to go from a endurance horse to a sprinter. I don't really foresee that happening. But, you know.
Gotcha. We got Ian in the chat says, grade kind of is, in essence, dictates their best time. Lots of work wrinkles, but that's the easy way to explain it. But all those boost stars means a great breeding partner. That's the long game meta. All those boost / stars means a great breeding partner because you're going to have horses with good preferences. Grade kinda in essence dictates their best time. So it pretty much is gonna dictate what their stats are. I would say, like for your starting, if it's gonna be if you start off with a plus or a S and start. I don't know, not for sure though.
Right. Well, he's right, but from the way I understand it, again, maybe I'm wrong, but you know, you have like a B. If you have a B horse with, let's just say for educational purposes, at 8 boosts went into the B, right? Stat. Whatever that would put that to, even if it was like from a B to an A minus or whatever, that floor speed of the B is always going to be lower than the floor of an A. You know what I'm saying? So if you have like an A horse with 2 boosts as opposed to like a B with like 8 or 9 boosts into it, I still feel like from what I've seen is that floor of the speed or the start, whatever stat it's going into, is always going to be way higher on the A. So I don't think that B would still compete, you know, with A horses on a normal day. Again, with the variance now, I mean, it might have a shot to win a race here and there, but, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, Crypto McPoopy Pants says he thinks of grade as engine size. I like the way you look at that. Yeah.
That's similar to how I kind of look at it too.
BD Hinder says, "Oh, showdown for last. Whoever wins gets last gets to choose the mask one by the other for the next race." Mo, do you have any more masks besides skeleton? I got masks for days.
I mean,
yeah, Mo's got a back cow mask.
That, or I can go.
Did you know you're actually?
I don't know. I felt like that was the worst performance I'd seen in my life. That's nothing like Simon Cowell, but.
yeah, absolutely. And Mo, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Twitch stuff? I was watching the Twitch. I couldn't tell if I was watching it live or the replay because I do not mess with Twitch a lot. I couldn't tell if it was live or not, but I was learning a lot of stuff from watching that Twitch stream. What time do y'all do the Twitches? What time does it usually go live? And what all can you learn from watching that?
You talk about the dev stream that they do on Thursday?
Yeah, I was watching something on Thursday. It was a Twitch stream. I saw the link in their Discord and clicked on it.
Yeah. That's what that's their show that they do. Ian, Fib, and the guys, and yeah, every other week or so I see them to pop on and call a race or two. But yeah, it's just you know, show for the devs to get on there, show their face, and answer some questions. You know, run some money races, and you know, just kind of engage with the community a little bit. And you know, to be honest, I'm surprised at the amount of people that roll through for a Twitch stream, because this type of stuff is not very popular on Twitch.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people in the chat, and I was learning a lot of stuff that we definitely don't talk about here. You're getting a lot of alpha there that we don't even know about. I'm trying to learn more about the game, but it's hard when you only got a couple of horses. You don't race them very often. I need to add some what's it called, derby. And when can I start earning derby, Mo, with my PFPs? Probably not during the beta, right?
Yeah, I think they got to crank that out before live, and then get or maybe even a little bit into live, where we'll start staking those and getting crown, and the crown will generate derby.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, that'll come in handy. I need as much derby as I can get. They don't do like a weekly or a season amount where they send you a little bit of derby every season like they did last time.
No, 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 no. That's why
Oh,
I said
come on. No free
the
money?
Uncle Ian allowance. Those days are over.
Come on, Ian. No free money. Oh man. All right. Let's check out who's in this maiden race. It starts in 8 minutes, but we got like 12 horses in here, so we better make sure we get through here and go through all the horses so you know who's running. It's a 5 furlong, so it's a sprint. Gonna be a fast race. We got a B tier horse in the one spot from Goa Stable. His name is Brew. You got Lord Lamington from 365 Stable, Scooby Stacks from Wolof the Bandito, Sunday Silence from Premier Stables. You got excuse me, Angry Arena from Wimbledon and GBT Turf. Indiana, another one of my new favorite horses here. That's where I'm at. Indiana from Big Brain Stables. You got Bench Odds from Bench Odds. Veritas from Veritas Runners, Mamba from Golden Stables. There's Golden Stables. Heavy as the Crown from Sleipnir Stables. Z Kittles from Hazy Hills Racing, and Marzana from Narentine Stable. I've seen a lot of new stables names, and we're seeing some S tier horses running. Looks like these two S tiers have each ran once, and they both got second place. How much is a ticket for an S tier horse, Mo?
Ooh, I don't know what the going rate is on them now. What was that S minus before? It was like 20 something.
That was just one S minus. All right, how can we see what the... Let's go to grade here. Let's see how much these S tier horses are costing. I bet they cost a lot. We have to do some math to figure out how much they're costing too. Let me sort by grade. There's only one B minus. I don't know. It's not sorting the way I want it to sort for some reason.
Oh, here the. So once you start adding filters, you actually have to remove some.
Ew.
So if you go to the top, you have to X out of where it says like sort by boost and stuff.
Got you.
Yeah, that's very finicky because it'll start to sort like multiple things at the same time.
I
Which
was wondering what's
can,
happening there.
yeah.
All right, so there's the S's, the S minuses. It didn't really... Oh, there's the S's. Yeah, do it 3 times. 700, 800, 330. That's not bad with 18 and a half. Let's see how much 330 Solana is for an S tier horse. The cheapest S tier horse we saw. 7,120.
Yeah, I was gonna say 330 Solana. That's a pretty penny. I think was it David sold a horse or probably one of the bigger guys like 13K or something like that.
13K. Wow. Yeah, that's what the prices are. This one is 200 for an S tier filly, but look at this poor filly, only has 4 boosts. I bet nobody buys that thing. I don't know. What do you think? What would be the reason to buy that one for two? Well, I might not even say for 200, but what would be the reason of buying this one with only 4 boosts, just for the tier? Is that tier even worth paying extra for?
I mean, if I grew up with a trust fund, I'd probably buy it.
Well, there you go. There's your reason right there. Gotcha. Yeah. So that is a good way to look up your horses. Look up to see how much the S tier horses. Like these guys put some money into it. They're not messing around. That's why I don't even try to compete with those S tier guys. I'm just trying to get my A minuses up to A pluses, breed them up, and try to win some handicap races. That's gonna be my whole move. I'm gonna be going for handicap races and maiden races and staying out of the graded races. That's the plan. Y'all are out there talking about engines. I'm not a car guy, so I don't know what none of the different engines are. What's a Tesla got? A computer? I don't know what that is. You could buy one filly like that at a lower price, and she's hypothetically more malleable. Yeah, that makes sense. There's probably definitely some better deals than that, especially looking at the boosts. But I don't know. Somebody's gonna buy it. Somebody's gotta buy the S tiers. They're priced that reason, or they're priced that way for a reason. I wonder what like the floor price of them is, and how many sales actually happen on these horses. Do they get sold a lot on Magic Eden Mo? There are a lot is it daily or is it weekly?
I mean, I usually see horses on the daily, but I haven't really been keeping an eye on it because I'm broke as a joke. But I'm actually trying to sell my Midnight Society Dr. Disrespect Game Pass. They're up to mine's worth like $1,700 right now, $1,500.
Wow, nice. That's very nice.
Paid $50 for it.
That's awesome. Congratulations. BD Hinter says, try to breed a RDS of LTF, a right dirt soft of a left turf firm horse. Well, I'm not sure what that means. McPoopy Pan says, I'm mostly in handicaps too. We'll probably breed my A plus down to A rather than up to S. He's going to try to breed it down. Look at that strategy.
That's could be a good strat too.
have to think about that. Ian says, like with four preferences, she doesn't have strong preferences, possibly, so you could breed offspring into other preferences. Gotcha. Okay. If you wanted to get into one of the more rare preferences, there's less horses running on maybe right turf soft, something like that. Failed miserably with left turf firm in beta 2, but right dirt soft is rare too and wasn't as hard. Yeah, yeah. Man, y'all are getting deep into it, but yeah, that makes sense. But breeding's going to be expensive too, and if you have a horse that's even a stud and it has one of those rare preferences, then you can make a lot of money. Maybe you could pick those up cheap off of Magic Eden in hopes of in the future putting them up for studying fees and people paying a lot extra because it's a rare set of preferences. Like RDS apparently is rare. Grade 1 in real life
Yeah.
going off at Santa Anita right now. Ooh, we got a grade 1 real life race going. Need to get Mo to call one of those. That should be interesting. That would be interesting.
I wonder if there's any intimacy of horses running over there. Just go put money on it to win.
There you go. Man, it's been a long time since I've been to the track. Well, less than 2 years probably, but still, it's been a while. All right, we got actually, my bad. It's been less than a year. I'll take that back. We were on Sky Chairs just recently. 2 minutes and 30 seconds before this race begins, y'all. Let's go ahead and close out of Magic Eden. Probably won't check that out anymore tonight. We might go through and check out, see what's going on in the Discord server. Did you go for today's drop today on VB Mo? I know you didn't.
I was on Sleepgate.
Sleepgate, that's a gate. That's a gate that'll get you an L, but an L today was probably not a bad thing because most of them were under retail. I went for it. The chat talked me into going for it. It's only 20 gems, so I was like, fine, I'll go for it. And I ended up getting a secret rare. Sold it for like
Yeah, it was like number 144, right?
yeah, number 144. I mean, I only sold it for 43. Pretty much just doubled my money. And then it pumped all the way up to like 60 or 65. So I started feeling bad, but now it's back down to that 40 price, 40 gem price. So it is what it is. I doubled my money. I'm not too upset about it.
I was cracking up though, because when you were sitting there looking at it, and you got excited for a minute, right? And you're like, "Oh yeah, all right, secret rare, nice, nice." And you're like looking over at the chat, and you're like, waiting for the chat to catch up,
Yeah.
and everybody chat is like, sell it already." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Dude, what is he doing?" I'm like, "Better go sell this damn thing, bro, before it goes to freaking to $20."
I'd waited too long to sell it for sure. Yeah. I mean, I
you could have waited longer, but that was just funny. Everyone in chat like, "Go sell it." Tell it now.
I upset after I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh no, I wasted my secret rare luck on this stupid drop. Now I'm not going to get another secret rare for like 2 months. Would love to see Mo call that one. Oh, what, the Santa Anita? Have you ever tried calling a real race, Mo? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. As a kid, I used to joke around. We used to like run around the backyard. I had like an amusement park in my backyard. So we used to like have this huge area.
Oh, nice.
We'd have like a track of like, and people just playing like tag or whatever, it's like, all right, and now it's so and so around the end, and blah 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 blah. Yeah. So I always just do the same voice even when I was a kid.
That's awesome. You've been practicing for this all your life. Shout out to BD
Pretty much.
Hinders. BD Hinders just won some money at Santa Anita betting on Gold Phoenix. We got Dane K in the chat. What's up, Dane K? Are you racing, Dane K? Let us know. Are you racing in version 3? I'm gonna be racing tonight in about 30 minutes. I don't expect to win, but I'm getting my legs underneath me and getting used to the new real money only racing. Good luck, y'all. If y'all are in this one, it's race time.
Gold Phoenix, is that horse had a golden sense? I'd be mad if it was. All right, here we go. Birds are chirping. Welcome to Saturday Night the Races. During the day. 12 horse field, full house, everywhere you look. And they're off here in the Los Alamos Maiden. And it's bench odds from between horses. Then comes Heavy as the Crown on the outside. And back on the rail, there comes Lord Lamington and Sunday Silence. Followed by Angry Ariana, who's up in 5th with Mamba rounding out the top 6 here as they make their way into the first and only turn in this 5-furlong right-turning affair on the turf. And it's Lord Lamington in the white silks who shows the way here, but now is being challenged by Sunday Silence, as Sunday Silence now pulls ahead by 2, and Lord Lamington can only watch. And back on the outside, it's Heavy as the Crown and Veritas, but Sunday Silence now has got a slew of competition, and Heavy as the Crown is on the extreme outside and pokes a nose in front. Down at the rail, battle. It's Lord Lamington as we pass the big cement balls here into the final wire. But it's going to be heavy as the crown, holding this as Lord Lamington can't catch him. And Angry Ariana takes third. 10-5, order of finish.
Shout out to Heavy is the crown from Sleipnir Stables. That was one of those S tier horses over Lord Lamington in second from 365. Nice call, Mo. Let's see.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
BD Hunter says not betting big bucks, but he's positive for the day. We got Dane K in the chat says not racing tonight, getting ready for the John Jones fight. Let's go. Mo, are you a UFC fan? Are you watching the fight tonight? Are you excited about John Bones Jones returning?
I am a huge fan of Mr. Jones and me. No, I don't really care for that type of stuff, but
you don't really care for that type of stuff. Yeah,
nah.
I mean, I liked it a lot when it first came out, like when Hoist Gracie was kicking everybody's butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say early, like first 5-10 UFCs. Yeah, I was all about that.
I was a big Hoist fan. Yeah, it has gotten kind of old a little bit. But John Jones, I like a lot. I like the way his fighting style, and it's kind of cool to see that he's coming back. All right, yeah. Apparently, I can't use Incredible Hulk with green screen. That makes sense. Why would I think that I could use Incredible Hulk with a green screen? That's my bad, y'all. Let me switch that back. Duh. All right.
I will say that one of my favorite fighters, if I was gonna watch anything like that, and I know it's probably controversial because a lot of people don't like him, is Anderson Silva. Oh yeah, Tutberry Stud, right on cue, dude. That is my guy, bro. I'm a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan from back in the day, and like kickboxer. I used to do like Muay Thai and stuff. Bro, I loved Anderson Silva. So, but he was nuts. That guy would fight dirty.
And George St. Pierre is really good too. Yeah, I remember Anderson Silva. How come you say though some people don't like him? Did he do something?
He used to fight pretty dirty, man.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
There's no rules. How is he fighting dirty?
Nah, I mean there's no rules, but there's like, there's things that fighters don't do in the octagon, and he used to, throw some kicks and stuff that were questionable.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know Anderson Silva was thought of that way. Yeah. I know a lot of people are big Conor McGregor fans. I don't understand why, but I mean he had a couple good fights, but then he got beat up so many times that everybody forgot about him. All right, guys, it's time for a grade 1 race. This one is 3,500 Derby to enter. So what? How much is that, Mo, in dollars? Like $30, $25, I would say, right? $30.
How much?
3,500. 3,500 Derby.
Yeah, it's like 800 is $10. So.
Okay. So like $35, $40. This should be interesting. This is a big money race, y'all. That's why it's all S tier horses. We got 4 horses in this race, 5 furlongs, so it's a bit of a sprint. Starts in 40 seconds. We got Gumdrop from Wolof the Bandito. We got SRTS Girl and Solanite Stables, Glass Gal from Big Brain Stables, and Jasmine from Golden Boo. I'm thinking, let's see, it's right turf soft, and the track is yielding. My money is going on either Glasgow or SRTS. I'm going with Glasgow. Glasgow hasn't ran yet. The other horse ran once and lost, so I'm going with Glasgow. That's the one I like. I'm not betting on it, but that's who I would bet on. Dan K likes Jasmine. Good luck if you're on this races. Game time. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Soggy one for you. As we got ourselves a major race here on Photo Finish Live. Massive 4-horse field. We're running for a decent amount of money here, and they're off. Good start for Glasgow and Jasmine. Not so good of a start for Gumdrop and SRTS Girl. And it looks like we're still not about naming our horses correctly, even though it's real money time. But that being said, make our way back to the front of the pack, and it's Glasgow and Jasmine who are going to duke it out here for the pace-setting race early, as Wolof the Bandito runner can only watch as they make their way into the quarter turn, and it's 23 and change. Quick pace. Glasgow and Jasmine continue to duke it out and Gumdrop was trying to be a nuisance, but now might have lost some footing here, and it's Jasmine who starts to pull away, no, make that Glasgow, and it's Glasgow now by 2. At the turn and 200 meters to go, it's Glasgow, and he's trying to hold off a chasing Gumdrop as they pass into the 100 meters, and it's Glasgow. It's going to be taking this one. It's Glasgow. Not sure how much he's winning, but it's got to be more than the entry fee. Over Gumdrop and Jasmine, 3-1-4, numerology, order of finish.
Shout out to Glasgow. Was it Glasgow that got the win? I think it was. That's what I heard you say. I wasn't watching, but I was listening. I was trying to find a nice Donald Trump one, but there are not any good Donald Trump filters. Ooh, they don't even. Ew. Yeah, Glasgow from Big Brain Stables gets the win over Gumdrop from Wolof the Bandito. Jasmine takes third, and SRTS Girls gets penalized for not naming their horse. No, this is horrible. Let me change this.
People want to know why. Photo finish is going to be the best. It's going to be huge. This game's going to be tremendous. You know why? Because we're the greatest. We're the greatest. And when anybody else want to try to build a game, we're going to build a wall. We're going to build a tremendous wall. Mexico's going to pay for it. It's tremendous. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, the Trump filters are horrible. No, absolutely not. Stop. All right, yeah. I gotta. Ooh, yuck. This one's the worst. All right, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Remind me not to try the Trump filter again.
Jesus.
No, they're all bad. Every single one of them's bad. All right. We got another race coming up. It looks like another big one because we got some S-tier horses in this one. It's the Tiger Valley Restricted Stakes. I mean, I've been playing this game since I was 12 years old back in 1934.
I remember me used to go back down to that Belmont track back in 1943. Remember that? I'm just a vault.
Yeah, sure. I was there. I was 40 years old back then. It wasn't nothing to me. All right.
Back then, we just find them girls on the track and pull them in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
I don't know nothing about that. Don't get me involved with that one. Well, I'll let you go with that one, Mo. Mo, let me know about your DC drop. Did you go for that one? I know that was a huge comic showcase number 22.
When are we gonna stop throwing around the word Grail? All right. When are we gonna stop throwing it around? How many dud drops do we need before we realize there ain't no more Grails? Very few Grails left available. I went for it just because I wanted to get a low mint. I also got the low uncommon mint, so I was kind of happy about that. I guess I'd prefer a legendary, but yeah, I stacked what 2 uncommons and a common, I think, for now.
2 uncommons and a common. That's what I bought 2 uncommons too. I got the common on the drop, but my serial number was 33, so I sold that bad boy off really quick for a little bit of profit. And then I went and bought 2 uncommons, and then today, I mean, I'm surprised. I guess people are like you; they don't think it's a grail. I felt like it was kind of. Yeah, see, I'm surprised. I felt like it was kind of a grail because it's worth over $100,000 for a 9.2 in the physical world. 9.4, 9.6s don't even exist in the physical world. So I mean, buying the 9.2 Epic for $56, I bought that today because I felt like it was super undervalued. I haven't checked the market since I bought it a long time ago, a few hours ago, but I feel like that one's going to go up. Then again, people are even mentioning that they're losing cash out, so that could cause all the prices to go down. I feel like it's at the floor already. We'll find out. Like you, I
hope the prices go down because they also announced that external wallet transfers will be coming. So that being said, if people want to sell me their early, again, it's not a grail, but it is a good comic. It's a good first appearance. I understand that. But I put out a tweet. I said, "Wake me up when this one comes out." Everyone goes like, "No, man, the one from today was better." And I think it was Wes actually went and looked up the value, and he actually came back with the correct tweet, and he was like, "No, you're right. I just looked it up." And I get that response from a lot of people because they just don't understand, man. Like, because people on YouTube aren't trying to milk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the research, do the homework, look at the list. I'm not even a comic book guy, and I've been nailing prices on these things left and right. You know, look at DC 38, look at Justice League. That's like a baseline for a non-grail.
Do you think Showcase 22 is better than Detective Comics 38?
Not according to everything I've ever seen. People would rather prefer collect the first appearance of Robin over Hal whatever his name is.
Yeah, well, right now it's less than half of Detective Comics 38, and some people think that Showcase 22 is even better than Detective Comics 38. So for the price to be half of it right now, I feel like either Detective Comics 38 is super overpriced or Showcase 22 is super underpriced. So that's why I went ahead and picked up the Epic because there's only 500 editions of those. If we want to check out some of the announcements going on in the Photo Finish Live Discord server, you can see where they're talking about the Crown Prep registration. So are they doing Crown Prep again, or how does that series work, Mo? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're running the same style of races. I would hope that the third time Derby might get a little more action next week when people have a full week to race. Because we didn't even run it this week.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, and we spoke about this, I don't know when, a couple months ago. You know, the first 6 weeks of our show were interesting, of like trying to get people into horses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think somebody mentioned a number yesterday in Discord. It was like 980 something Gen Zero tickets were raced already.
Oh wow!
And you know, a lot of people like me and other people in the Discord I saw, you know, we're all sitting there waiting for the gates to open. You know, run in and throw our horses in, and then like day two was like, oh shit, everybody ran their horses. You know what I'm saying? So like, yesterday was rough. That's why we didn't run the show, right? Because a lot of people didn't really think about that, and they all ran their horses ahead of time. But now that we got confirmation that 2-year-olds can't be injured after the initial 24-hour period or whatever they're read, you know, now we can race them and not have to worry about getting injured. So, you know, that's why we saw some races getting filled tonight. And I think it should be a little bit better going forward. But yeah, a lot of people, man, just threw their horses in right away, just wanting to get some action, you know? So it's going to be, what was that?
I was going to say, if I try to run my horse right now that's still exhausted, it would get injured, or there's a chance it would get injured or would not get injured because it's a 2-year-old.
Well, the exhausted you can't even enter in races. That won't even give you the option.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Right, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It doesn't even show up as an entry, but you can enter it when it's in the recovering phase of the orange phase.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
You know, so,
I had entered horses into races when they were exhausted in the past, and if that did, they got injured, because that's usually what happens if you run an exhausted horse. But apparently, even though my other horse, Swamp Thing, is not completely exhausted, they won't get injured. So we'll see what happens in this maiden race. He'd run up against some tough competition, including one of Mo's horses. We got the Tiger.
Hey, did they change this? Can you actually, like, can you race these in exhausted now? Because it actually give me the option here for Watsana.
If so, and they can't get injured, then I have no problem running my horse tonight, because I kind of want to run her. We could give it a try. Let's see if I can enter her. All right, we're looking for... Oh, yeah. It's going to be hard, because I just checked, and there aren't any races available during the stream. But we can check to see if I can even enter her. I would try to get her into... I don't know. That's an allowance. Let me see what the requirements are.
Yeah, Ian just said you're not supposed to be able to. And that's how because I've tried to do it back in the past, but... I mean, if you can, I guess, you know.
I'll try to put her into a handicap. Here we go.
We're doing it live.
I don't have the
breaking
money.
It live, chat.
I'll try it if there's one that I can afford to enter. Let's see. Look for the cheap ones. Let's see. 1,200. I don't even have that much. 100. Oh, and it's a maiden. I can get into this one. Let's see. Hey, let me in. I'm in it.
All right. Well, you heard it here first.
There you go. Learn something new every time. So she's registered. Apparently she can't get injured because she's 2 years old, so we should be good on that, but she won't be running until tomorrow. I think I saw someone say earlier, if you do find recommended, it circumvents the check. Oh, yeah, that's how I found it too. That's how I got to it, using recommended. So looks like we just hacked the system, y'all. Good job. Way to get around the
broke
system.
it.
We some hackers out here. Let's go. All right. Let's check out the horses in the Tiger Valley Restricted Stakes. It's a sloppy track. It's raining out there, and it's 12 furlongs, so it's going to be a distance race. We got Lada from Narantine Stable, Lady Monacaros from Sleipnir. That's going to be tough for me. Sleipnir Stables. You got Gorilla Glue from Hazy Hills Racing, Vienna from Big Brain Stables, and Rosalita from Secretariat. All these horses have only ran one time because I guess of how long it takes for horses to recover after races. Are you sure wouldn't have been recovered in time by the one? Yeah, I probably would have. Because, I mean, there wasn't very many of them for me to enter that I could afford until, like, let me go to my races. It's probably not till tomorrow. I think I had 13 hours left to recover. Let's see. Tomorrow.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah, entries close in 15 hours, and I probably am like 13 hours from being rested. Will it even tell me now? Oh, it did for a second. It went away, so I can't even see how much time I have left on the exhausted now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna tell you entered in race now. Yep.
Got it. Oh yeah, and
Probably go back and look on stream at some point, but
let's go back and look at this information here, the new information that we're getting. So you're not really getting fleet figures here anymore. This is telling you what position your horse was in, what place they were in during that race. Early on, my horse started off in 5th place, and then it set around in 7th place. 6 furlong race, so that might make me think that it's probably a horse that I need to run at a longer distance, but that's not a lot of information to go by. Let's check out my other horse, Swamp Thing, and check his stats on that. We might need to use that to do some post-race analysis on some of these horses. Let's see. Let me get to Swamp Thing real quick. See how he did in his first race. First race was a maiden race with the yielding track. Started off in 5th. Just stayed in the middle of the track the whole time. Really at the back of the pack because it was only 7 horses. But I do got some A minuses, so they're not going to be doing a lot. Let's see. Crypto May Poopy Pants says, I assume via find recommended it backs out the time left in red. So if you can enter while it's yellow, the race will show up as available. Alright, so yeah, that makes sense. Apparently you can run your horses. You can enter your horses into races even if they're exhausted, as long as the race doesn't begin while they're still exhausted. They need to be in the recovering phase. But I guess all that's going to change once it goes live, right? Is that just temporary for this beta version in particular, Mo?
yeah, and I do hope when the game goes live, they revert it back to how it was V2 early on before it changed, where if your horse was in, let's say, at 9 hours of recovery, right, or 9 hours of exhaustion,
yeah,
and you went to go join a race for like whatever 17 hours from now, it would tell you when you went to join that race if the horse would be recovered. It would have no status at that point. Like it would automatically fast forward the time on the server and then apply it to the horse and then update the status real time. Whereas now you have to do all sorts of math, and sometimes the math is different because it used to be like, you know, if you ran a 11 furlong race, you would be in the red for 10 hours. If you ran a 4 furlong race, it would be 6 hours. So like, I found that very annoying. That's like my biggest complaint on the whole thing, is not knowing how long I have to wait. So now what I tend to do is I wait for the horse to have no status, and it just makes it easy because I don't have to do any math and do all that weird stuff. But I like the original early on in V2.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff they can work out in this version 3. It's kind of smart for them to do a 4-week trial run before they go to a full live of nothing but real racing schedule. Get people accustomed to it first and find out all the glitches and the stuff that people don't like that might need to be changed before they go live. Do you think they're going to do any type of marketing when they go live, Mo?
I mean, you said things are in the works. They're talking with people every day, and you can't really talk about much. That's coming from the live stream on Thursdays. But you know, trust me, they are working on it.
I know I always see tweets on Twitter all the time about Solana. They're always like, why aren't there any good games on Solana? And then I always see people responding, what about Photo Finish Lab? And they're always like, I never heard of it. Nobody ever heard of it, which is kind of crazy. Oh no, we shouldn't have said nothing about marketing with Ian in the chat. Sorry. Hey, that's what we do around here.
Yeah, but it's, listen, we're realists, man. Like, we're a niche market inside of a niche market. So, and streaming it is even a niche market. We're like a freaking like a nesting egg at this point. We're a niche inside of a niche inside of a niche, right? Yeah. But trying to reach out to this audience, man, it's going to take that, in my opinion, knowing what I know about this industry right now. I just read a really good article. I should have actually linked it to you. Maybe I'll find it here in a second. I think it was the UK Racing Association coming out, really just saying like, hey, we have to embrace digital. They pretty much know that the road to their success and the long-term sustainability of real horse racing is going to be digital. Now, whether that be in partnerships with, you know, Photo Finish and stuff like that, but they understand that, you know, moving into this blockchain technology and stuff is going to be huge for them, and they're very aware. But that being said, best fit for someone like us in Photo Finish, TBG, perfect example, right? They don't have much racing at night. You can actually throw this on and throw the races on and just have them on like an autoplay, like other games do on Twitch, you know, and just run a 24-hour stream. And when TBG wants to pick it up, they tap into the feed and they pick it up. And then you could actually have, you know, wagering through the platform that, you know, could effectively come from TBG. Now you're talking about a whole new partnership and a whole new set of revenue, and now we're talking about trifectas and exactas. I mean, to me, that's the road I see, the easiest road to success. Anything else is going to take a lot of effort.
Yeah, I know a lot of big industries are starting to embrace Web3 and metaverse technology, but horse racing in particular, I mean, somebody up there in the high ranks have to be thinking, like, how much longer is it going to be before PETA shuts us down? I mean, how much longer are you going to be able to whip horses and ride them to win money before the people who love animals? I'm surprised you're still able to do it at this point. I'll be honest, pretty soon it's going to be all digital because that's what's going to be allowed. Am I wrong, Mo? Am I crazy?
Well, I don't
Maybe
want
I'm
to
a
get
little
too much
crazy.
into this, but the way that the world is heading, we're about 2 generations out from horses never being able to be whipped again. That's all I'm going to say.
Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
The only thing you can beat nowadays is your eggs. That's all. Oh, I know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without trying to get canceled, here we go. 5 horse field, they're locked and loaded. And they're off in the Tiger Valley restricted stakes. And it's Gorilla Glue. What you gonna do when Gorilla Glue comes for you? Well, right now he's running in front alongside Lada. And back for third, that's Rosalita. Followed by Lady Monacaros and Vienna. Running along sixth here as they round out the top six, and I think there's only 5 horses in the race. What am I looking at? Here we go, back to the front, and it's Lotta now who sneaks up the rail and takes the lead. Now it's Rosalita who challenges on the outside as Lady Monacaros gets going here as well. It's a 12 furlong affair, and I'm speaking like they're going 4. Opening quarters in the books and 26 and change, slow pace, as Lady Monacaros looks to just tone it down here and guide the cavalry around the track. And down the clubhouse turn we go for the first time, and it's Lady Monacaros who shows the way by 2. But Rosalita now wants to make a move here and surges up the challenge with that awkward eye contact that Vault loves so much. And everybody wave to your current leader here as they pass the wire. I don't know who that leader is. It's Lady Monacaros and Rosalita. As this duo continues to duke it out. And a break of 4, that's Gorilla Glue and Lotta. Another duo here is they're neck and neck. And then Vienna's just going to watch it all unfold in 3/4 in 1 minute 17 seconds. And Rosalita now starts to sneak away from the competition here in the soggy backstretch. And it's Rosalita by 2.5 with Lady Monacaros tucked in down at the rail. Now Gorilla Glue looks to get going here and leaves Vienna. Their old running mate leaves them here and moves up to take second. As Lady Monacaros taps on the brakes a little bit. Might have had some contact there in sight with Gorilla Glue, but everybody's chasing Rosalita here into the far turn. As they ran a mile in 1:42, they are in no rush. No rush, ladies and gentlemen. And into the fur turn we go. But Rosalita now has been challenged. Gorilla Glue and Vienna have turned it up to another level, and Rosalita does not have it. And now it's Vienna on the outside who digs in and starts to kick clear of Gorilla Glue. But it's Vienna by 2 with Gorilla Glue on the inside. And down on the rail, it's Rosalita with one final surge. But Vienna's sneaking away. They better get going. And it's Vienna now into the final 100 with Gorilla Glue and Rosalita. But it's going to be Vienna taking this one in the Tiger Valley over Gorilla Glue and Rosalita.
Shout out to Vienna. This horse gets the win from Big Brain Stables, followed by Gorilla Glue from Hazy Hills, and Rosalita takes third place. Let's go. Getting pretty close to my race, mine and Mo's race. Me and Mo are both in this race. We're going to be racing for second to last place. Whoever gets second to last wins. I'm hoping to get second to last. I'm not trying to get last today, but I might. My A- horse. But I was able to put my A- horse that I actually like into a race. However, that race won't be running until tomorrow. But now that I know about the whole the system of how the exhaustion works and everything, I'll be sure to save up my horses for the streams next weekend. We'll be going live next week, and I'm gonna try to get some more Derby in there. I'm trying to find a Mickey Mouse, but they're all Minnie Mouses. I don't want to be Minnie Mouse. I want to be Mickey. Okay, sorry. We got 3 minutes and 11 seconds before the next race. It's the Hemlock Handicap. This is a dumb filter. Let me at least get Mario or something. Speaking of Mario, have you seen any of the previews for the new Mario movie? I haven't seen the previews myself, Mo, but I had just saw like the cast, and it's got like Keegan Michael Key, Jack Black. It had like a ton of good stars in it.
I'll tell you this. As an Italian, I'm offended.
Oh, brother. Here we go.
As an Italian, I am offended at Chris Pratt and his rendition of Mario. However, once I watched the preview and I saw how it looks and how everything looks, it actually looks like it's going to be a kick-ass movie, and I really look forward to watching it. But I'm going to take the whole Italian bias and set that aside.
Yeah, I figured it's going to be a little bit of Italian stereotypes in there for sure. Are you type of person
No,
that
there
goes?
isn't. That's the problem.
Oh, there isn't?
No, he's not even Italian in the freaking movie.
What do you mean he's not Italian?
Chris Pratt don't sound Italian in that movie.
Oh, he can fake it. I can fake an accent. Hey, it's me, I'm
He doesn't even
Mario.
try. He doesn't even try. He's like, "Hi, I'm in the Magic Kingdom. Wow."
Oh, that's weak.
It's
Oh.
not like, "It's to me. I'm in the Magic Kingdom." You know, like no,
What
they
is
none
it?
of
Is
that
it, I
crap
need a
anymore.
spicy a meatball? Because if you don't say
No, none of
spicy a
that.
meatball,
No,
then
not
you're
not the not the
Italian.
original preview I saw because everybody was like revolting. You're like, "What the hell? This ain't my Mario." And then I
That's
was like,
not
you know
true.
what? As a movie for what it is, I don't know. Like I said, I still watched the preview and I'm like, hey, I'll watch this movie.
I would
It's
definitely
a good
watch it.
Mario movie.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be interesting. Are you the type of person that goes out to the theaters? Do you go to the theaters to watch movies?
No.
No. Yeah.
No, I require my vape is like my Linus blanket. So unless I can get away with vaping in the back of a theater, I'd probably just stay home where I can get lit and do what I want.
It is tough for me to get through 2 hours without vape, but I'm not gonna lie. I used to go to the movies. They just opened up a new theater a few years ago in pretty close to our town that has all the stadium seating and with like the reclining chairs. They're like super plush and cushy. So whenever that came out, we went to a few movies. But then my kid, he's got to the point now where 2 hours is too much of a commitment to of his life. He's not putting 2 hours into anything. So watching a movie is just out of the question whatsoever. Which all right, I guess if that's your thing, you don't want to waste 2 hours on watching a movie, then okay. So we haven't been to the theater in a long time, although this is one I'd probably go watch. I'd pay to see this one. All right, let's
People
check.
just too rude nowadays, man. Like you get phones and chatting, and people bringing their freaking triplets to the movies. It's like, dude, what the hell is going on here?
Every time
You
I've been
know, I
recently,
mean,
there's only like 3 or 4 people in the whole theater, and it's nice.
I guess post COVID, yeah.
Yeah,
I certainly haven't gone post COVID.
yeah. All right, guys, we got the Hemlock Handicap coming up. Only 8 horses in this race, but only 14 seconds, so I don't have time to go through them. Good luck if you're in it. It's race time.
Alrighty, thought I was getting rugged, but we're good. Horses are at the gate. Eight in the gate here for the Hemlock. And they're off and running. And it's Bergeron who runs out from down at the rail along with All Heart. And comes Philly, Zalatoris, and Parted Ways, followed by Surfing and Spying down at the rail. And Domino Effect is following here in sixth, rounding out the leaderboard here as they make their way past the wire for the first time in this 9 furlong left turning affair on the turf. And it's Bergeron. Bergeron shows the way, but now is being pressed here on the inside by Surfing and Spying. Spying and Surfing, Surfing and Spying goes right on by, but Domino Effect has something to say about it, and he takes the lead. And now it's Domino Effect who runs here by a length over Philly Zalatoris on the extreme outside, and it's the announcer's curse as Philly Zalatoris now takes the lead. And back down on the rail, it's Surfing and Spying who digs in here with Parting Ways and running along in front of Domino Effect now. And it's Bergeron who's looking for room down at the rail, getting jostled here. And Bergeron carrying 6 pounds, but still look good in them jeans, sweetheart. As here we go as we making our way down the backstretch. And it's Philly Zalatoris starting to make waves here, picking off horses, moving in the fourth. But it's Isabella Ra looking good here as well. But they're all chasing Parted Waves as Parted Waves here is pushed up the center of the track, has now taken a half-length lead over Surfing and Spine. As these two are looking for room around the track, it's Domino Effect and Isabella Ra. Isabella Ra came from sixth, now in third, now in second, challenging for the lead, and might go right on by if they don't watch out. as we make our way up the turn and head for home. Now it's Isabella Ra. Isabella Ra, the beautiful gray and the black silks, is making it look easy here over Parted Waves and Domino Effect in the Hemlock Handicap. Isabella Ra, 643, order finish.
Shout out to Isabella Raw from OEB Racing, gets the win there, followed by Parted Ways in second place from RVA. Exactly.
Are we underwater right now? Is that what we're doing?
I feel like I don't. Is that what it is? Underwater? See, I thought I was in space, or I thought I was Bane. I don't know. I was Scuba Steve. Maybe that's what it is. I didn't realize I was supposed to be gargling. All right. Hopefully this is gonna be my lucky filter, because it's about time for my horse to race in 4 minutes. What's up, Jeff? Is it still free to play? It is not still free to play right now. We're in beta version 3, which is real money racing only. This race in particular was only 100 of the Derby, which is like 80 cents. So there's some cheap races to get into. BD Hinder says, I can retire now. Good money on Stiletto Boy on the last race at Santa Anita. Won tens of dollars. Oh, tens of dollars. Did I miss any alpha here? No, you just missed Scuba Steve. You're not missing anything special. Although I'm digging this filter. It's going into my favorites. I like it. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Some people say it's underwater. Let me see what it's called. It's called Cyber. So who knows? Cyberpunk. I'm a cyberpunk, y'all. All right, we got the next race coming up, and I'm in this one. Mo is in this one. It's a maiden race. It's the Canaveral Maiden 5 Furlong Sprint. Let's see what we got. Uncle Knowz from Bigfoot Stables, Ankara from Big Brain Stables. Buffy's a S- with some nice stats. Probably going to win this one from Miami Nation.
Buffy.
My horse is Swamp Thing. And we got Queen of Green from the homie McPoopy Pants, McWacky Racers. Yeah, I actually dated a girl named Buffy, believe it or not. Didn't know that people actually would name their kids that. But in high school, I met a girl named Buffy, and she was pretty cute.
Does she slay vampires?
Hopefully not. How is it that we have the Scuba Steve in our chat, y'all? We got a celebrity in our chat. Thought I would point that out. Shout out to Scuba Steve. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're always excited when we have celebrities here, but it's not nothing new. I mean, we had Schwarzenegger over here calling races with us the other day. He shows up all the time. Who knows who's going to show up here? All right, let's see what's in the news column. Oh, a little bit of dev talk. I'm not into the dev talk. If you guys want to check out the news column, you might find a little bit of information there.
Where in the news? They put us in the news.
I say what? They put us? Oh, yeah. They did have an interview about us. Meet Mo and Vault. If you guys haven't checked out the Meet Mo and Vault, I could link that to you guys. And you guys could check it out. We did like a little bit of interview about the hosts of Friday Night Races and Saturday Night at the Races. Not to be confused with Friday Night at the No, sorry. Friday Night Races, Saturday Night at the Races. All right, we got the Canaveral Maiden, y'all. 8:45, so we probably only got a couple more races left. If you guys are thinking about getting into it, make sure that you check out Racer's Edge. Pretty sure I linked Racer's Edge in my description. If not, though, I'm going to link that in the chat. This is the best place. This is what we've been using today to look up the horse stats. Best place to look if you're thinking about getting a horse. And what we've been talking about today, and we've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, is maybe everybody, a bunch of homies getting together and putting in about 40 or 50 bucks each and getting a horse together. Maybe like a stream horse, a horse for the stream. We'd have to vote on the name. However many people are in would decide on the value and strength of the horse. We were looking at them a little bit earlier, probably thinking about getting a filly if we do it. If you're interested, let me know. One place we could meet up and talk about it is in my Discord server. I have a Photo Finish Live channel. If you're not already in my Discord server, the link to that is in the description. And then if you go into the vault and scroll down a little bit to NFT projects, you will find a Photo Finish channel. It's a little laggy right now. I got too much going on. Yeah, right there. Photo Finish Live. And then if you guys are interested, let me know. Like I said, I'm down to put 40 or 50 bucks in on it if we can get some more people to do it. And we'll have our own separate stable just for the stream. All right, guys, it's time for the race. This will be mine and Mo's first race of the night. We're both in this one, and as I mentioned earlier, we're both A-minuses, so we're really battling for second to last place here. Trying not to be last. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll both beat Ankara or something, or maybe Mick Wacky's horse.
Yeah, but I just don't see my horse getting going. But you're going to be hitting the top of the home stretch, and my horse is going to be dead last now, just starting to make a move. So I don't really see it going too well.
I mean, at least your horse is a horse that prefers soft turf, and it's on a
That is
sloppy
true.
track. So good luck, y'all.
And yet, you were still a lower morning line than me, not by much, but the game still preferred you.
All right, here we go. Drive for show and putt for dough. I don't know what the correlation to horse racing is on that one, but that's what it is, chat. Here we go. 5-horse field. And they're off here in the Carnival. And it's Uncle Knowz. Uncle Knowz, who I thought was going to be a slow starter and got out to a quick lead. Along with Ankara, then a break of 4. That's Buffy down at the rail with Queen of Green on the outside. And then taking up the rear here early on, that's Swamp Thing, who's got about 9 lengths to make up here early. But already looks to get going here, like a horse out of hell is flying up the rail. Look out. Looks dangerous. Opening quarters in the books. And it's Ankara now who leads by 2 lengths over Uncle Knowz. Down at the rail. Now back on the outside, that's Buffy, and comes Queen of Green, and Swamp Thing as well is still in position here, but as they shake off the turn and head for home now, it's Ankara. Ankara by 2, but Queen of Green is looking for action, but Ankara is now being challenged here and passed by Queen of Green, and Uncle Knowz and Buffy, all they can do is watch, and it's Queen of Green, Ankara to the wire, but down in the rail, it's going to be Ankara who's battles back over Queen of Green and Buffy, and just like we said, is our 2 horses running last 2 places.
Yeah, and I think you beat me there. I think you got second to last, and I got last. I got last by like 25 furlongs, man. My horse is still running. And I thought Crypto McPoopy Pants was going to get our first chat winner of the night, but he got passed up at the end, too, by Big Brain Stables over there with Ankara. And yeah, Swamp Thing wins the last place victory, if that's a thing. I don't think it is. Hold up. Let me see what we got going on. VV Stables. Ooh, that's a good idea. Well, nah, I don't like it. Mo don't like it either.
Yeah, let's not go down that road.
I liked
please.
it at first, but then I was like, nah. I don't know.
I like Vault Stable. I don't know what's your actual Vault name. Obviously, it can't be the same.
The Vault. I'm so original. No, it'd have to be something like I don't know. I'd have to think about it first.
On the Drop Stables or something.
No, it'd be like the live stream stables, night at the races. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see what Crypto McPoopy Pants said? And that was a great idea too. He says have them buy an NFT as they're part of the ownership of the horse that the channel buys. Mo, I like that idea. I like the Vault vibes. Do you like the blue mustache?
Yeah. I would have to. We have to make different ones because it can't be the ones we already have because some people already own them.
Oh yeah, no, of course not. Definitely not. And speaking of
which,
which,
I have to make like DAO NFTs.
Yeah, speaking of which,
yeah, shill our stuff, man. Help us raise chat. Shill our NFTs.
Yeah, feel free to support the channel and support the live streams that we can continue to keep doing these live streams by buying one of the NFTs that Mo has created as part of a way for you to support the streams. And if we start getting some of those sold, maybe we could use that towards some horses. And I know a couple people have bought them, and they look really cool. They're great collectibles to own, and they're a big-time support for the channel. What could we make out of that? What do you mean? What could we make? Oh, you mean out of the NFT? That's what I leave Mo up to. I'm not an artist. I'm not very artistic. But Mo is really good at making NFTs. What is the Mo NFT? How would I find that, Mo?
If you don't have the link, I'll give it to you. Hold on.
All right. Not sure what's going on. All my horses are gone. Greedy one, yeah, I was trying to let you know beta version 2 has ended. We're now in beta version 3. Beta version 3, real money only. Real money races only. And I think once this ends, this is just a 4-week beta version. Once this ends, they go live, and live is going to be real money races only. So that's why we were talking about maybe getting together, everybody throwing in some money and getting a horse for the stream to race and to breed. And then
I sent you the link on Twitter, by the way. Sorry.
On Twitter?
Yeah, I don't think I can post the link in chat.
Gotcha. All right, so Mo created these NFTs, and a couple people have supported the stream when we first started by buying these, and they're really well made, and they help support the stream, and we're going to add some utility to them at some point if we keep this going. Whenever we get a chance to add utility, that's going to be the first thing we do to them. So they're very cool to hold on to. They look great. Give me a second, and I will show you what they look like. And we're thinking about doing some other things with these, where we have like a race of the night. Once we get going with the live, once the game goes live and all that good stuff. Here it is, Night at the Race Booster Club, exactly. And you'll see here in a second when they pop up. They're real cheap too, but they're very helpful. You get the Night at the Races logos, and it's all 3D. If you use spatial, it doesn't come in 3D.
See, that's the thing, and that's what I wanted to kind of ask people in chat, because I've struggled on this because we're a Solana-based, project, right? But we could do some really cool collectible like NFTs if I just did them on Matic. Because when you bring them into spatial and you bring them into like other metaverse places to like display them, they will be 3D. Solana exports the flat image, man, and it drives me crazy. I hate it. It does not export 3D NFTs, and it's a huge problem on spatial. I've spoken with other people about it too.
Yeah, I saw the pictures that he showed me of them. They're in 3D. I have to go all the way up to find them, but yeah, they're very cool looking. But they, like Bo was talking about, in spatial, they come out as 2D images, just like posters on your wall, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we did them where, I just minted them on OpenSea and we just know who owns it, who's part of the DAO or whatever that way. Like this doesn't, to me, it doesn't really have to be on the Solana chain, but I would understand if people were like really loyal to the chain and really want to do it that way. But
yeah, I'm sure
also way cheaper for me to do it on Matic, not gonna lie.
When you look at some of the names of the stables, Absolute Stables and So Many, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are all about Solana, so they probably prefer it on Solana.
Well, then we'll be getting flat images as trading. I don't know what we do. Like
I don't know. Can spatial not tighten up and add? You think if they've talked about it? We need to get into some spatial and see if they're talking about possibly in the future adding the ability for NFTs from the Solana blockchain to be 3D as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked. There's really not too much discussion. It's just a lot of people going like, "How come my images are flat?" And people are like, "Well, that's just the way it is." And they're like, "Okay."
Wow. Okay.
Like, there's really no one like diving into the theory of it. But it's weird because if you go to like SolSea, which is like the OpenSea of Solana, right?
Yeah.
If you go there and you like upload an NFT and you make it and you buy it on SolSea, you will see the 3D image. Like one of the trophies that I made, I tested it with that one.
What?
And like you will see the 3D image, it'll look great. But again, whenever Spatial taps into your Phantom wallet, it just doesn't display the 3D image. It never does. I think this race is going.
That's weird. All right, good luck if you're in the race. Here we go.
All right, 7 horses locked and loaded. And they're off in the Cajun Club Stakes. And it's Vero gone right to the front as he runs along here in front of Espresso. Then comes Charles Barkley down at the rail. On the outside, that's Molly with good early speed here, followed by Opus and Helion. Going to round out the top 6 here on the leaderboard as they make their way into the first turn. And it's Vero gone in the black silks. Vero gone with them interesting markings here on the hind legs. Like what I see, and that horse is making their way to the front of the pack and trying to hold off the oncoming charge of Molly and Wild Horse Annie. And back in between horses at the Expressos looking for room, followed by Charles Barkley and Opus, who are tucked in down at the rail. Just here buying their time as they pass the wire for the first time. Plenty of room to go as Vero gone is the one to catch to. Everybody wave. Everybody wave to Vero gone, who is starting to pull away here from the competition and is now leading by 6, maybe 7. Closest thing to the competition, that's Espresso with Wild Horse Annie. Look to get going here on the outside as these two are neck and neck. And back down on the rail, it's still Charles Barkley and Opus 1 and Helion. Not much change there. 3/4 in the books as we charge on to the backstretch one more time. And it's Vero gone, 3/4 in 1:15. But Vero gone now. That length has now started to diminish, rather, from 6 all the way down to 1/2. As Espresso now pulls up alongside and now takes the lead. And it's Espresso now goes along, takes it lead by 1, with Vero gone trying to hold on here. And Espresso is ahead with Vero gone once again battling back from the inside. And I'm running out of things to say, ladies and gentlemen. These 11 furlong races are crazy. And Vero gone now. Rubber bands back to the front. And he pulls ahead by 3 one more time as they turn the corner and head for home. And it's Vero gone by 4, make it 5. Wild Horse Annie's running down the center of the track, but all they could do is chase and watch, with Charles Barkley trying to hold on for a placing. 100 meters to go, and it's Vero gone. Vero gone is all that and a bag of chips over Wild Horse Annie and Espresso.
Big win for Martin Mushatov with Vero gone with a win by about, I didn't even check, like 10, 12 furlong. He destroyed the field in that 11 furlong race.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see who got second place there. I'm digging this filter. This might be one of my new favorites. Wild Horse Annie from Tombstone Stable, and then Espresso from La Playa takes third place. That's going to be our last race of the night. No more races before 9. But we got a little bit of a feel of the new beta version 3. I was able to run my horses a little bit, and now my plan is to run my horses in handicap races, kind of get the feel over the next few weeks. We'll be back next weekend running some races, and then it's going to get really wild whenever we go live. Hopefully, like we were talking about, we can all get together and get our own stable just for the stream, work together and get a nice filly, and see what we can do with that, Mo.
Yeah, I would do it, man. I would, put out a feeler in your Discord. Like I said, you can pretty much pencil me in for like $50, depending on how many people we get. So I'd be down.
And didn't you also tell me about Marvel Snap? I know I tweeted today and told that one guy thanks, but I think you had mentioned Marvel Snap to me too, right?
Yeah, a while back. A couple people I've done work for, graphics wise, they play it. They're always telling me about it.
I just got it today.
It's pretty cool.
Fun. It's fun. All right, BD Hinder says handicaps are expensive. Watch out for some of those allowances that have weight based on grade. Yeah, I gotta have to look bigger into those allowances for sure to make sure that you're making good decisions, because these races cost money. So make sure you're getting your horses into the right races. All right, Mo, thanks for hanging out with me. Great calling the races tonight as always. You sounded great tonight. Thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out with us on Saturday night at the races, and hopefully we'll be back next weekend for Friday night races.
Yeah, man. Fill that card, chat. Make sure you hold your horses and make sure the races are filled, and we'll be here. Well, appreciate you as always, and have a good night, chat.
Hold your horses. I like that. Hodl your horses. That's going to be my new saying for this. All right,
Hodl
guys.
your horses. There we go.
Hodl your horses. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see y'all next week. Later.